I see what happened yesterday, y'all. Top of the morning, y'all, man. Top of the morning. I went live it all yesterday on stream, or like I said, I will. But I don't understand why how Chris came in. Not Chris, but USA came in, but it's fine though. But anyway, y'all, I got my symposium yesterday, so I'm gonna show y'all what's going on this live stream so y'all can see what pause I got for the car. You might didn't see yesterday. So I got what? A couple pause in. Got some um grease in for my spine for my splines, and I got some what else I got in? Some gasket maker. So those want to see. I'm gonna let y'all see in a few minutes. I'm trying to see. I got it. I got it. So what I'm gonna do when I get ready to get started to show y'all, I'm gonna show you the plate I went with. The reason I ain't want no red on my car at all, but the thing red. But it's red. It got the writing is red. So I might paint over that, cause I don't like red like that. So red and chrome, I can't stand on cars, man. But anyway, um, I got this idea from SKD, and we talked about it. And I'm not trying to say I copied him, you know what I mean. But I needed this right here. The reason why I got this cover because I want to make sure that everything I get, I could use for the future reasons, right? So I bought the plate that got the fuel top up top and the drain on the bottom. But I'm gonna use my other one back in the back for the block off piece. Not because I stripped it out. I got the new bolt in too, by the way. But I want to make sure that everything I bought. Let me try this link so somebody want to come in. So I did buy this. I bought this stuff because I needed this one cover that worked perfect with my application because I messed up. You know what I mean? But it's all right. I'm gonna get somebody to get that boy out there sooner or later. But there's somebody don't know what they're doing. Cause people, man, they say they know what they're doing, but they don't really know what they're doing. You know, but it's my mess up, y'all. I blame myself for that. I don't blame nobody else but myself. You know what I mean? So I take accountability for myself. You know what I mean? I was not rushing, but it just I was getting frustrated at the last minute. Somebody told me to do something at the last minute, but I should have did that. So Essay,
Going on, man?
what's up? I see you on the road, man. Where you at now, Texas?
Dallas.
Okay, that what it looked like Dallas. That what it looked like Dallas. But I'm gonna show y'all the parts I got yesterday, man. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna show you the reason why I got certain parts, and I'm not show you, but tell you the reason why I got certain parts. I'm tired of this rain crap, man. It's gonna have rain again today. I'm tired of this rain stuff, man. I got to pay bills today.
Boy, you got a storm in it. You got a storm that's gonna hit y'all so big. Lord have mercy.
Yeah, I know. That was I'm tired. Me and TJ talked about that stuff yesterday, man. I'm tired of that rain.
Man, man, it's a super cell. This super cell is the size of, I'm talking about this storm, is the size of Fort Worth and Dallas put together. I had to go through it this morning. It's going to definitely be some tornadoes between here and Georgia.
I got you,
Definitely.
bro. But like I said, I got these paws in yesterday. Uh, I don't see why. I don't see, man. I'm tired of this rain stuff, man. But other than that, though, it's all good, though. Well, I hope you can see my camera, man. Um, right. I hope you can see my this area. I show you. I'm gonna tell you the reason why I got this piece, man. Because everybody know I messed up the pieces for the little plug for the rear end. But I got my new plug in
Good
yesterday too.
morning, Nikia.
I got my plug in. I got my plug in yesterday. Let me get my light, man. My light, so I can show you. Where is it? 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 I can't, man. That's what I'm talking. Yeah, I hope you can see this. Is it? But I know it's kind of dark in my garage, man. But hope you can see this, bro. I'm gonna show you the reason why I got what I got. Turn this camera around. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. I want to hear your mouth now. You been fussing all night. I want to hear your mouth now. My dog got on my nerves. Let me go get a light, man. You can't hold see that stuff, man. Give me a minute. Let me go get my light. So OBS, I got one right here. I'm losing my mind, man.
What's going on, Juan?
Let me, let me my light back in the trunk so you can see.
Okay, Nikia. We down here rolling, man. We ain't texting y'all this morning. Where we at? We South Dallas right here.
It's like damn. It's like I'll be right back, man. I'm moving another light. God dog, hold on.
Oh, boy, I'm so sleepy. Lord.
I'm here, man. You here? You here, man? All right, I'm here, man. I'm gonna show you what I got. The reason why I'm gonna tell y'all the reason why I got it too. That knows but my bill. I got these boots right here. I'm gonna show you in the camera right here. I got these boots right here. You see what I say right there?
Okay.
BMR boots. These boots right here is for my upper and lower my controller in the front. So I went and got my kit yesterday for the boats. So I know it get the final time when I get ready to get the other stuff. So right here, get my upper control arms, my lower control arm. So I will get my bolts out the way. All right. I got my ICT bracket right here. That's the one I needed for my power steering. I got this power steering bracket right here. And all my hardware right here for it, how they package this stuff up. ICT. I should have bought this bracket at first, but the bracket I bought at first, pulley was smaller than this, and it didn't fit my power steering the way I wanted to fit. So so this the new ICT breakfast right here as well. Like I told you. What else I got in yesterday? I got this right here in yesterday. My little grease I told you for my splines and stuff right here. I mean, I wanted to make sure I ain't gonna have no fluid in my I ain't gonna have no fluid in my rear diff in my differential. This will be the all I have in my rear differential right here, right? And I'm also setting this right here, the Willie rebuild right here as well. So he go go in when he get ready to check my gears and stuff out. He could go ahead and glue my gasket down. I mean, glue my cover down. This right here, my front brake lines right here for my front brake calipers.
Okay.
These the one Perk sent me told me to get right here. So they run his brake calipers. And this right here is the one that I got this from I got this idea right here from your boy your racing friend SKD right here. So I decided to go with this plate right here because you see got the fuel right here and the drain right here at the bottom. So I stripped the back out. So I can use these pieces right here to unscrew this. I want to unscrew this right here to put my fluid in this way. If I want to drain it, I can drain it right here. And I won't have to worry about stripping it out so bad. So now I know what I did wrong the last time, bro. That came with the hardware down at the bottom. You know what I mean? I can see the hardware down there. So that's my whole thing why I bought this right here because I want to make sure that everything be nice and smooth sailing. You know what I mean? So I did get my other bolt in too. The one I did strip. You see right here? I stripped this out right here real bad. You know, get that in yesterday too. So for all that stuff in the rear dick box. But anyway, that's it for the day. I supposed to get my lugs in today. Not my lugs, my studs in today for my axles. So I get them in
Okay.
today. If it ain't raining, the Fed should be around about 10 o'clock. So I get that in. I had everything I need basically. My axle, I know for a fact my axle will be here tomorrow.
Okay.
and my axle will be here tomorrow, and I'm telling you, but like I'm just trying to get all my little small little things out the way, and just make sure everything's done before I get ready to ship my car, man. That's all. That's all. So at the end of the day, I'm I'm getting these parts knocked out, and hopefully that next month, you know what I mean. Next month, I come up with a plan too. With the plan of attack, you know what I mean?
I got
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm trying to do small things, man. Small things, but I gotta get my truck running. I might just break down, get my audit for my truck next month. Or I might just go there because get the car shipped off, man. Because right now I'm ready to do something. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to load this rear end down, put my rims on the back. But I had changed. I went with ARP bolts for love.
you. ARP.
Yeah. I went. Cause I bought some Moser ones, but the woman told me on the phone from Summit. She told me that um these studs I just bought yesterday. They be here. I was like, the studs that be here today. Them studs that I bought, Moser studs, didn't fit my lugs. So that's why these studs I got now for ARP fit my lugs. I'm good. You know what I mean? So if they don't fit, I'm going to the rim shop that same day. I got a little change on me. I go to the rim shop that same day, get my lugs. I'm tired of having my car off the ground, man. I'm put my car on the ground now. You know what I mean? And I want to put my rims on side my car go look. You know what I mean? But it's all good though. What's up with you, man?
Gotcha. need to go ahead and order my parts, man.
I tell you, man. The reason why not that was I
I
paid
think
some.
I'm gonna go ahead. Huh?
You already got what kind of ring you got in your car?
I can barely hear you. Say what?
What ring end do you have in your car? Like what gears you got in your car?
I got the same ring you got.
Okay, okay. I'm talking about the gears. I'm talking about the gears.
I got 373.
I got you. Already.
You,
Yeah.
yeah, you ain't got no what's name. I ain't seen no what's name, man.
Yeah.
Uh, uh, I ain't seen no gas tank.
Oh, I ain't get my gas tank yet. I just about to say that I ain't get my gas tank yet. I ain't get it yet. But that's why I bought all that stuff, man, because to tell you the truth, I would buy my gas tank on eBay anyway. But I might just order through Summit, man. Because eBay was tripping yesterday. When I was trying to order that stuff. I was going to order me a gas tank. I was going to order me a gas tank yesterday. I ain't going to tell you I would. But eBay was sort of tripping. I said, They went, I was watching part the whole month long. The gas that you sent me was 179. Now it went up to $700 on eBay. I'm not doing that, man. No, I'm not doing that. I just do it out until the price go down or go on Summit. Find me one on Summit. That's all.
I guess. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and order my gas tank and my sending unit today.
Okay, then.
I'll go ahead and order that today. Um, and I'll probably order some more stuff. Then I'll order a bunch of small stuff.
I might see. I might go ahead and order my bill module, and my
Yo, what?
bill module. I might order that
A,
today.
a Chrome module.
Bill module for my Dakota Digital.
I don't know what that is.
Bill module you plug it up to your OBT inside the car, and it reads everything. You don't have to wire all that stuff or connect to other. Not wire all the stuff. It's like a box that you got to use for to put everything over.
Man, get the fuck out my way, man. Damn. Excuse me for cussing, man. I don't know why, man. I'm telling you, it's gonna happen.
No
These
problem.
damn non-Americans, they believe in just cutting trucks off. As you just saw, like
I'm
stupid
used
people,
to it now. I'm used to it now.
stupid man. Uh, but yeah, okay.
It's just like it's uh, 87 told me about it, and Willie Rubio told me about it. Don't forget to get that. That was like 175. So off Summit, off eBay like $200. So I'm going to Summit. So
Okay.
I'm we had my fan control module for this too. You know, Willie Rubio used that one that you control your fans. See.
Yeah, I may go ahead and do my fuel system. I may do my fuel system, the complete fuel system today, and my going to get my cam out the way and my fuel system out the way. I still ain't heard from the machine shop yet, so I don't know how much they gonna cost. So,
You already got your
waiting on
injector.
that.
You
Huh?
you already got your injectors.
Yep.
How much you pay for one?
Huh?
How much you pay for your injectors?
I already got my injector.
I said, how much you paid for them?
Zero. I already told you what I was gonna do. It's done already. It's done already, buddy. I got a I got a real swap guy.
man, the topic this morning, man. How do people treat you? You know what I mean? Is how who you really is. You know what
Say
I mean?
what now?
Topic this morning is I ain't putting the title. I just that's the top of the morning fan. That's why I said the top of the morning is how people treat you is how you really is. Is it
How people treat you how you really is.
or is it true or is it false?
Is it true? I'm confused, Chef. I'm
I'm
confused.
I want to say on live with that. You know, just this P word I'm talking about. People think you P or you ain't. True or false? You know what I'm saying? That?
No, not. Hold on, man. It's a lot of noise in the truck, man.
Got you.
See, at nighttime it don't be noisy because it don't be a lot of people out. I mean, people going by me, it's hard to hear. All right, say what now?
All right, I'm not gonna say the word. I'm gonna say the letter. All right. Do people think you P or not? True or false?
Do people think you're P?
Yeah. I'm not gonna say the whole word now.
Do people, well, are you trying to say do people think you're soft?
Yeah. I was not gonna use soft as a word, but you use soft. I say, go ahead. Since you said soft, I will soft then.
So that's the topic.
Mm-hmm.
I don't give a fuck what nobody goddamn think about me. Period.
How you
Care
go?
what
How you
I
go?
don't care what I don't care what a nigga think. You know, I mean, mm, does it really matter what a nigga think?
It don't matter.
I mean, is that gonna stop my money
No, it's
from
not.
coming in? No. Is that taking food off my table? No. Uh, is it gonna stop my thing from getting hard? No. So you feel me? I don't give a fuck what somebody think.
When I was growing up, I used to ask my brother or my sister and them how they really feel about me. I used to care how people feel about me back in the day. Not no more. When you go through the trauma I've been through, man, the bull crap I've been through, I know me and you about the same age anyway. You know what I mean? I move totally different ways. You might can talk your stuff around your boys, your girls, whatever you want to do, but don't bring that drama to my life, man. You ain't ready for the side, don't sit in it. You know what I mean? But I'm that type of man. I'm tired of being so nice hearted. You get a shirt off my back or trying to help somebody out. You feel what I'm saying? I'm just tired of it. Like so many people, man. I made these tags for. So many friends I made from these tags, man. The small thing I ask, just I'm not crying about these tags, man. I can make a tag for the whole family. But if I'm doing something for my heart, don't think I'm soft. I'm happy, man.
Mm.
Damn,
You
what's
know
up?
what? You know what? When I was growing up, man, I was trying to get out my mama house. I
Yeah,
was literally, I was literally trying to get up my mama house at a young age until I got kicked out. But however, um, um, out of all my brothers and sisters, like when you grow up poor like how I did, you know what I'm saying? You become real independent real fast.
right, right,
But
right,
no,
right.
because nobody want to share with you. See what I'm saying?
Mm,
So you learn to get your own
yeah,
fast in life. So I was too busy doing what I wanted to do. You see what I'm saying? Than to be worried about how motherfuckers feel about me. That makes sense.
that make a lot of sense, bro.
Like, even to this day, now I ain't gonna sit here and lie. Like it was a time in my life where I did care what people thought about me because it was certain. I wanted to look a certain way to the to the world. But when I got to where I am now in life, man, fuck y'all. You know what I'm saying? Shit,
Right, right.
shit, give it damn. Man, look, man. When I go home, I wear what I want to wear. I don't even be matching half the time. I ain't lying. I'm not, bruh. I'm not lying, bruh. Man, I'm the dude. I'm that dude that you see at the store like, what the hell he got on? You know what I mean? But I'm comfortable. I smell good. You feel me?
Right.
And I'm comfortable. And that's
Mm-hmm.
all that matter to me. I mean, I know how to dress. I got clothes. You know what I mean? I got Jordans and all that, Nikes and all that. Put on. Man, none of that ain't worth it. I'm not comfortable in my Jordans because
Yeah.
I'm worried about scuffing them. You see what I'm saying? Things of that nature. Man, catch me some flip flops at the store. Man, I don't be matching worth a damn, bro. I have on a damn burgundy shirt, orange shorts, and some baby blue slide, nigga. I don't give a fuck, nigga. I'm trying to tell you, I'm comfortable. But see, when you are in tune with your star player, which is yourself,
Mm-hmm.
you don't care about. I care about big shit in life, bro. Not that little tiny stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? So
Right,
at
right.
the end of the day, let people say what they want to say. You see what I'm saying?
I,
Well, I can't say that. I ain't saying that to you, but I'm talking about me. I let people say what they want to say
yeah.
because I know my life. You see what I'm saying? I don't know theirs. I know mine. You
You
see
know,
what I'm saying? So yeah,
you know your
you,
own. In other words, that's what you're saying.
yeah. While they saying, damn, what the hell he got on? You better look what's in my grocery basket, bitch. You better look what's in that grocery basket. $200 worth of crab leg and lobster up in that thing. You know what I mean? But you worry about him.
So, Tim, how you doing, man? I'm gonna tell you
You
something,
know what
man.
I mean?
I'm too like I'm tell you when I got
For real.
I think from 31. I'm saying from 26 to 31. I started getting to care about people feel about me. I stopped caring. When especially when I was in the military, like I was so sheltered in the military life, man. I,
What up, Tim?
I always was gone, and when I started working on the outside, I there alone, man. And I'm not gonna say retire from the military. I'm gonna say leave the military alone. You know what I mean? That was my safe haven. The military it was all about when I came out here to work in the real world, man. When I came out here to work in the real world as a security guard, I told you about. They always think I was kissing butt. I was doing this. I was doing that. I said, man, you don't pay my bills. You don't know what I'm going so hard for. You know what I mean? I got a kid. I promise I never have him homeless. You know, I got a kid that look up to me. I got a kid that need my help. You know what I mean? So I got responsibilities. That's why I go hard the way I go hard. So yeah, if y'all don't understand that, you can log off right now. You know what I mean? But then I can't say what I want to say on my life, but still, but I'm to the point I stopped caring, man. I promise you I don't. I care less how people feel about me. I care less that my baloney in your mouth. I care less. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, it's just the fact of me being the person I am, man. I'm just thankful that God got me and He took care of me. He's seeing the real from the fake people in my life. Yeah, I'm glad that he removed those people from my life. Don't deserve my energy. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, man, I know what I worth. I know my own worth. You'll be a less of a man or less of a person that don't know your own worth. I'm like you just said, the hell what people think about you. Back in the day, I cared. Kid come up in school, you won't be every kid won't be like this in high school, and every kid won't be like this growing up. But as I got older, man, I stopped caring. But I got to learn. I got a responsibility. You know, They ain't my responsibility. I can't worry about that.
Mm-hmm.
So they don't stop my money. So
Yeah.
I was working at Pig Willie then. You know what I mean? So that was the whole bologna sandwich came in at. Like, people used to hit on me because I was getting all these hours. They'd call off. I'm getting their hours. I got bills, man. I may be stay with my grandma, but I still got bills. You feel what I'm saying? So as I got older, I stopped caring, man. I just stopped caring.
Man, I remember telling my best friend in high school, um, when I got kicked out of high school for defending somebody else who was being bullied. You know what I mean? Um, they sent me to night school. You know what I'm saying? And, my best friend growing up, he was always spoiled. You know what I mean? His grandparents spoiled him. Spoiled.
Oh,
While everybody else had to work in the summertime, this nigga in the high watching sports center and shit. You know what I'm saying? On we, you know what I mean? So I had to tell him, hey man, you know, we ain't the same, bro. We
yeah,
used to be the same, but now we ain't the same, bro. I got bills.
yeah. I
I
understand.
got bills, and I got to drive myself to night school way across yonder,
Mm-hmm.
5 days a week.
Mm-hmm.
That's a gas bill all by itself.
Right, right, right.
I got at that time I had multiple cars though. I got a car note. I'm in high school with a car note, bro.
I got you.
Paying insurance, paying rent, grown man shit. You know what I mean? No, bro, we ain't the same.
Exactly. Don't
You
know.
know what I mean? So, but it come a time to where I say that to say this: when you find yourself on another level than somebody else, man, like who you don't have time. I don't have time for it. I ain't gonna say you, but I don't have time for uh, the back and forth and all that bullshit. There's so much stuff that I'm I'm busy in real life. You know what I'm saying? To be worried about some damn internet shit. You know what I'm saying? You know,
I
I
don't
don't, I
have.
don't let,
I don't have internet beef no more, man. Cause I hope it's gone. Wherever.
I don't give a damn what somebody on YouTube think about me. They all kiss my head for real, and I tell them that to they goddamn face, and they know it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
You know.
I'm not sucking the penis of YouTube just to get monetized. I'm not doing all that, bro. Like that ain't what I'm trying to do.
You
You know
know.
what I mean? I'm not doing all that, man.
This right. I met you. I met TJ. I met Rob All Banks, man. Rob All Banks and TJ, the only person came to my house, man. I could the reason why TJ, he know he can't get them rims, and he Rob All Banks can't get the tag. You know what I mean? Met you a couple times down in Montgomery, man. But and short, I mean Montgomery shortly, you know what I mean? But it's so crazy because people think you balling. People think you a different person. Oh, you got money. You got a YouTube channel. You got. Man, I got money outside, man. You feel what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, y'all keep on thinking I'm broke now. Keep on thinking I'm broke. But at the end of the day, it's just the fact that I got more opportunities and I got more resources now. And, so I got my own. When you got your own land, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I really have a house in the country before I have a house in the city. That's the way I feel. You feel what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, man, I'm to my life that I know what I want to do in my life. I know my life headed. You know what I mean? I don't look behind me no more. You leave my life, just stay gone. You feel what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I'm at peace with that. The same way that door closed, you walked out, the same day, I'm not gonna open that door again. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I'm putting your contact in my phone as third. So I know
Yeah,
I know how you try your best to trash me. It's over. You know what I mean? So you can think coming in my life or coming in my life again. No, no, it's over. You know what I mean? So you had your wrong till already. I'm done with that. So that's why I tell all my passes, man, I don't have time for that. I don't have time. I didn't beg you. Like I told my one time ago, I told my past, like, I didn't ask you to come. Why you came? I ain't asked you to come. Why you came? So
Uh-huh.
you really want to stick beside me, you gonna stick beside me from the rough. You know, you gonna stick beside me no matter what. But you wanna go? Bye. I ain't holding you hostage. So at the end of the day, I'm at peace. I don't care where you went. I don't care where you at now.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I'm like, I make my own brand strong. I don't go what you do. I don't care. You lick my toes. I still ain't coming back. But still, I'm happy where I'm.
Mm-hmm.
So, so but like all of it's just when people, man, they got all this ungrateful things to say. They don't understood what you're trying to do. Not trying to build, you trying to start. I got that. I was about a solid person. You know what I mean? Somebody keep it real with me. Somebody tell AKG, man, you messed up, dog. KG, messed up, KG. Don't bring Kevin Garnett out. When you bring Kevin Garnett out, that's a different Scorpio now. KG is a quiet. You know what I mean? Kevin Garnett now is that body rider pro. I don't care what. Just leave me alone. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm that type of person that I know what I'm worth, man. When you know your worth, you can stay on your own. You don't have to worry about nobody helping you out. You don't have to worry about how to have somebody friends. Like I told you, like you said the other day, you always solo. I'm that same way. I don't have to have no friends around me. I don't have to have no crowd around me to have fun. I can get in trouble by myself. So why need you around me for? To make sure my money's spent? So I
Uh-huh.
don't need that negative in my life, man. Keep your distance.
Okay.
So my brother, the same thing last week. You told me you could come down here and help me, dog. Like, what happened? Oh, I had something to do. Oh, okay, okay. When you need me again too, I had something to do too.
Mm-hmm.
To make time, who make time for you? Who want to see you shine with them. You know what I mean? I ain't here trying to embarrass nobody or I ain't gonna ill with nobody.
Yeah.
Fuck my check and find somebody else trying to destroy.
Mm. You
You
know
know?
what? At the end of the day, I look at life like this. I look at life like a fruit bearing tree, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's say an apple tree, right?
Mm-hmm.
You got people that don't mind. You got people that don't mind eating the apples that fell on the ground because they too fucking sorry to climb the tree, right?
Mm-hmm. Right, right. Yeah.
So we call them bottom feeders, bottom feeders.
Mm-hmm.
And it's people. You know what I mean? I ain't talking about no insects or no bugs, like in life in general. You got people, they don't mind eating from the bottom. They don't mind. And ain't nothing wrong with that shit. Get it how you get it. Everybody got to make a turd. We all eat and take a shit. You feel me? So, you know, and then you got people that's on the tree. Some people get up to the first branch and make
Thank
their home right there on the
you.
first branch of that tree. You feel me? They ain't climbing no higher. You know what I mean? You know, everything they need is right there. But
Mm-hmm.
they, you know what I mean? So they don't, then you got people that's trying to go higher than that first branch. Everybody else trying to get to the top of the tree.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody else trying to get that fruit that everybody can't have access to. See what I'm saying? So, when there's levels to this thing, man. So, in real life, hypothetically speaking, let's say if I'm on level 40, right?
Mm-hmm.
If I'm climbing a ladder and I'm on level fucking 40 in life, I got to have friends that's above me and
Right.
below me and below me. I got to have friends that's up there on level 50 so they can let me know what it's going to be like when I get up there.
Mm-hmm.
And I got to have, a few friends, that's down to like a level 30, and I'm trying to pull them up to level 40. You see what I'm saying? I'm too far gone. I can't bend all the way down. I'm not climbing back down the ladder to get the people that's on level 10. Fuck that. Hell no. That's your fault you down there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So, and that's just how life is,
Mm-hmm.
you know? So you help the people you can that's your own reach, but basically don't bring yourself all the way back down to where you started from, trying to help a motherfucker that's not grateful.
Right, right,
Because
right.
now you don't threw your whole goddamn life away trying to be a real, well, in our culture. Well, I can't say my culture no more because a real nigga. They is what they say. Man, fuck all that.
Nigga
Fuck
was
all
sick.
that, man. Fuck all that, man. You better climb that damn ladder of success and get on your damn grind
Exactly, man.
and make your life count towards something.
Yeah. Like I just said, man, where you at? I don't care where you was. I don't care where you at now. I'm at peace. When you at peace with yourself, man, you can do everything you want to do. You know what I mean? When you leave, you hope you know when you say you can't walk this little happy bridge across. So what I'm saying is, oh, stay gone, boo boo. Stay gone, boo boo. So I help who help me. You help me, why I need you for? You know what I mean? So I believe in uplifting everybody. Don't get me wrong now. In spirit and God, I believe in uplifting everybody. When it comes to me and mine now, oh, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. If you really want to stay here, stay here. We get opportunity. Your pride or your anger or your vulgar won't be getting turned up. So same way you walked out that door, my bestest wishes to you. So
Mm,
so at
mm,
the end of the day, you think you gonna just wiggle back in. No sir, it don't work like that.
mm. Huh?
It don't work like that. The reason why, because you protect me. I'm protected now. I know how far to go with you. How far not to go with you no more. You know, I can say I can give you $1 million. What happened? You take that $1 million, leave. You take $1 million, stay, and we add more. We gonna add more to that million. You bring your million to the table. I bring my million to the table. We in the middle got $2 million. You see what I'm saying? So when you leave that million on the table and walk away, that million go in my bank account. I don't care how you get your million. You know what I mean? Back in about been having $1,000, having $1,000, you can have all the money in the world, you can have anything you want. So now it's $1 million you gotta have now to be successful. Back in the day, that what he cost. So the old school car back in the day was real cheap. Now they worth something now. They putting all these different motors in these cars. They doing all these different stuff to their cars now. You know what I mean? So it's a different walk of life changes every day. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? You ain't gonna be
yeah,
going. Go ahead.
yeah.
Like I said, I got 24. I ain't got 26 no more in my car. I got 28s in my truck, so I wanted a different look for my old school. I had some 26s. If you go back and look at my channel, I had some 26s for my old school. I did. I told myself I'd be out more money putting these rims on my car. What is I'm doing it for? I'm doing it for them. I'm doing it for myself.
Man, do things for you, man. You know what I mean? Like for example, I don't know, man. Like I already done told y'all, I'm gonna have me 3 different sets of wheels for my car.
I got
I'm gonna have me. I'm gonna have me some 15s. I'm gonna have me. I love the way 20s look on the G-Bot. That's the perfect stance for
you.
me, and especially when you hit the interstate. I love the way 20s look on any G-Bot. I'm getting me some 20s, and then last I'll probably get me some 24. But other than that, it is what it is. I don't give a damn about what somebody think when they say, "Oh man, SS gang got 20s on this SS." I sure do. I sure do. I sure do. SS could go get 24 karat gold for his Yatos if you want to.
Gotcha.
You see what I'm saying? I can do whatever I want to do. But see, I don't move when people want me to move. My car could have been, my car could have been did if I wanted to did. I got other stuff to do in my mind.
Like I said before, man, I
I
got.
tell people, I tell people all the time. See, y'all don't listen. Y'all don't listen to old SS. If I can't buy it twice, I don't buy it.
Exactly.
I'm gonna repeat that. If I can't buy it twice, then I don't buy it. That's how you keep you know you'll never go broke like that. I My granddaddy taught me that when I was a teenager. You know
Mm,
how kids, you give a kid $10 and you send them inside the gas station.
right.
Y'all niggas spend all y'all money inside the gas station. Not me. Not me. I'm only gonna spend five.
And keep
In
five.
I'm gonna spend five in my mind, but I'm only gonna spend 250. And once again, I got to be able to buy it twice. If I'm putting five up for tomorrow, see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So I really only got five if I got 10. And if
Mm-hmm.
I can't buy it twice, then I ain't buying it. So I'm really only spending 250. So
Mm-hmm.
I always been that way since I was a teenager. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna tell you, when I quit school, is my grandma gave me a set of car keys, $100 bill, and she told me find my way. I started working at that Piggly gas station, Piggly grocery store. And I went to a place in Moundville, Alabama, man, called Vision. They made these drumsticks. I did that job for 4 months, and I'm gonna cut my arm off, so I quit. I joined the military, bro, at 17. I said I couldn't do this stuff right here, man. It's not hard work. It's easy work. Don't get me wrong, but my work habits didn't pick up heavily like that until I joined the military. I ain't kept it on a job, man, back in the day, because my grandma took care of me. But when she gave me that $100, she told me find my way. That's what I did. I found my way. The military life was not easy like I think it is now. You know what I mean? But going through training is a whole mental challenge, man. You go through this stuff that you see. That Go watch Full Metal Jacket, man. My basic training was just like that at Paris Island, just like that.
Mm.
People choking you in your sleep. People mad at you because you out there, then they getting a soap in the sock with you. Yeah, I see other people, not me now. I see other cat in my platoon did got that done to them, but they ain't hurt nobody. You know what I mean? Like using the weapon wise. I'm talking about in Full Metal Jacket. You know what I mean? But it
Right.
taught me taught me, man, be your own man. Stand up, stand up. The Marines taught me keep your chest out, man. No matter what you go through.
That's
I
right.
can't take that mental stuff no more. So I did 2 years, man. I went to the army, man. So I'm saying it to say this. No matter how hard your challenges get in life, man, there's another way out. You know what I mean? You gotta keep your head up, move forward, keep your chest out. Like I said, you better be glad that door opened up. You can see me now. But after that door closed, you ain't gonna see me no more. I ain't gonna bug you. I ain't gonna text you. I ain't gonna call you. I ain't gonna say what's up to you. I ain't gonna do none of that stuff. You could be on the side street with gasoline straws on burning up. I still won't put you out because you made this come out of me. You made this rage come out of me. You made this person come out of me. I didn't want to have. So I'm not gonna sit up here and sugarcoat it. You done it. It's over. Goodbye.
Mm-hmm.
You made this person come out. You made this person say this. I'm not feeling sorry. I'm not feeling be. Oh my God, no. I'm not doing that no more, bro.
Right. I got you.
But you better know what you did when you left that door closed. No, I'm not doing that. So that's what my grandma did me. She gave me $100. I asked I ain't even asked my grandma a question. I ain't. I told myself what I'm gonna do. I went to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, and bought me a Whopper, sitting in that parking lot, and I drove me and my cousin to Selma, Alabama, to the recruiter station, and that's what I did. I signed for military in Selma, Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
Took the ASVAB test, passed the ASVAB test. Like, dog, this is where I want to be at. Then it's so easy. So if I knew it was this easy, I've been joining the army or the military. I'm sorry, I keep on saying army. I've been joining the military. I know this easy. All I gotta do is take a test. What? So when she gave me $100, and she gave me enough for food, she gave me enough for gas. She, you know what I mean? She did all that.
Mm-hmm.
She made sure I was straight on the road, going and coming.
Oh,
I ain't
excuse
tell all the money going back and forth to Selma from Greensboro to Selma. I ain't tell all that. She just told me to find my way, and I found my way. When I talked to my Marine recruiter, took the advert, August that year. Well, not August that year. I'm sorry, July that year. I was gone because
me.
she always told me, "Don't come back home." That's why I ain't never go back home. Cause she know for a fact it was nothing for me to have now. So I'm saying this to say this: when you know when you got some, when you got a strong support system behind you. When my grandma was here, man, she made sure I was straight. She didn't close the door on me. She just walked me out the door. She told me don't come back because the door closed. But the door closed for a reason. I had a way out. She seen me. I had the military the way out. So,
Mm.
so I had to do what I had to do. Had to man up. I had to man up. I had to make sure I was straight. I had to make sure. Well, I was doing something that I know I'm setting myself up for success, not failure. So when you walk out that door, you thinking that it's all it's all cupcakes and rainbows. No, it's not. It was hard. Many days I want to give up, but I gave my grandma everything had in my head. My grandma taught me. I gave that $1,000. I mean, I gave that $100. I ain't giving no more money. Find your way. Find your way. Find your way. That
Yeah.
kept on hitting my head. And I told myself, then why I need somebody in my life for? I'm my own man.
Mm.
I could went to Virginia, Washington D.C. and everywhere. You think I came back home? No, I came back home when Grandma asked me to come back home. But when she told me, I'm good too. So I don't beat that. I don't bite that. I don't. I try my best to keep cool with everybody. I try my best not the back the hand that feeds me. I try my best. Cause you never know who you're gonna need when you leave this world. You never know who you're gonna need. I might call you, hey, I need $1,000. Can I borrow it to you in the month? Oh, I ain't got it, man. I can see 200. That 200 gonna take me, give me something to eat, give me some gas in my cars, and you know what I mean? And have some change in my pocket. That's $1,000. I can pay my bills. You know what I mean? I'm like you said the other day on your live stream. That said, when you was down, man, nobody helped you out. Nobody.
Damn sure didn't. So, and right. So, but I know how, but I have a good heart. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of what people may think about me, I have a real good heart. I really hate to see people struggle because I know what that feel like. I also
Mhm.
know, you could be eating at a fine restaurant today and be eating at a trash can tomorrow. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Life, those tables turn real fast. You know what I mean? That's something else that I know. However, but you don't put yourself in a predicament by helping others. And I used to do that. Like, you know what I mean? I've
That was
helped
just,
I've helped somebody out one day, um, and you know, let them borrow 500, whatever.
mm-hmm,
And that very next day, I blew a tire.
mm-hmm.
Right? I'm talking about a tire on the big rig. I ain't talking about no tire on no car.
That's
You
good.
already know. You already know how much some tires cost, and then you got to pay for the labor to get it put on and all that stuff. And I'm
Uh,
like, damn. See what I'm saying? So can't help people no more like how you used to. And then you be like, hey man, I just blew a tire. And they like, man, and the people that you helping, they're not helping you back. And it's like, man, fuck that. I ain't helping nobody.
I'm gonna tell you, man. That's why I was going back. What I was saying. People give you
So
they put the kiss at the end.
so I learned, yeah. But see, I learned my lesson from that a long time ago. So now, like, that one thing me and my close circle don't do. We don't do that right there because it's a sensitive thing
Mm-hmm.
to some people. You know what I mean? Like I don't let friends borrow money. I
Mm-hmm.
don't because your a friendship is more important than $20 or $200 or whatever. You know what I mean? But you will lose a friend over some goddamn money. I lost plenty of friends over some money,
You would,
and
yeah.
not saying that they're bad people. I'm not saying that they're bad people. You know what I'm saying? But you said you was gonna pay me back and you never did. So
Mm-hmm.
now your word don't mean shit to me. To me, you
Mm-hmm.
see what I'm saying? So I can't fuck with you no more.
I'm gonna tell you
You know
something.
what I mean?
I'm gonna tell you something. Since you said that, I remember a while back, man. My mama had helped somebody out. You know what I mean? My homie, you know how my boy is black, and
What up, Jay?
he was trying to help the person out, and he at the last minute, I made a lie about this before, about a couple months, about a month, 2 months ago, and he helped the person out. The person canceled on him. So the person, I'm asking you this question: if a person tell you cancel on you the day of the appointment, do that person still owe you money? Yes or no?
Say what now?
When a person canceled on him, just say you doing a job all week long, your money, you counting this money to come in, right?
You talking about that center console thing or that little work that dude had to do?
I'm not
And the
saying that.
dude,
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about something totally different. Just say this man say, "Oh, I'm gonna do this for you, right? I'm gonna come over fix your car. Everything you want done, need done on your car, I do it for you. for this price right here. Then if they come for to get the work done, you cancel on them. I'm not saying you now. I'm not talking about nobody. I'm just using for example. So my boy Black said, "Oh, I do it, man. I do it. No problem, man. Give me your address. I come to your house and do it. Or just tell me to call it. I come in and do it. I meet you there to do it. All right. I'm gonna tell you what I did. All right. What I did was I referred Black to this customer. Right. What I did was so Black held me accountable because the person canceled on Black. So it was my job. So he came at me, hey man, hey, I'm going out of town to press charge. I need my money because they canceled on me. I got a cancellation fee. So what would you did in that situation? Would you pay them or you man forget it?
I wouldn't have gave him a goddamn thing. And and,
I,
and, 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 and here's why. Because you running your business wrong. You running your business wrong. And
yeah.
what I mean by that, is, once you take a job like that for somebody, you you should require a fucking deposit, just like with a rebuild. You ain't gonna work in your car till you put down a damn deposit. See what I'm saying? Now, if you would have got a deposit put down, he would have took a loss like that. See what I'm
Mm,
saying? So right, that's what I'm saying. So he running his business wrong. Hell no, I ain't paying you shit.
but I
Hell
should
no.
I got you on that, but this
I
man
mean,
was
you could be nice and pay it. You know what I mean? If you want to, but I'm not obligated to give you a goddamn thing at that point. I
you
don't
right.
feel like I'm obligated to do nothing to you. It ain't my fault you didn't charge that man a damn, or you ain't running your business proper.
Yeah,
That was
but
my business. I automated you put a damn deposit now. And there you go.
I paid $75. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't gonna lie. But to keep my name cut in the street, because he do things out of shit for me. Like, oh, hey man, I'm you not now. I'm gonna use you as an example. Hey man, hey, my boy go on the console done, man. Help him out. You know, just give me this. Let me get time. Let me get the time. Let me get the measurements of somebody else's car, and then we'll do it. He'll do it for free for me. That's how Black is with me. So I'm saying to say this, y'all. If y'all sit here, I don't try to burn nobody bridge. But if I got it good on the streets, I'm gonna keep my name good on the streets. I don't hey, this man sent me a customer, they reneged on me, no. But he was threatening to press charges and everything. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not that type of cat. I'm gonna pay my it was not my bill, but I made it my bill because I want to keep my name good on the street. That's all it was, y'all. I guess he got kicked out. What's up? Is this?
Yeah.
Like I was saying, I was not trying to put you on blast like that, bro. I'm just saying how I am. If my name good on the streets, man. Oh man, let's see what he said. Exactly. I told him that too. So I told him, he said the next time he gonna charge a deposit. But but my name, I do a lot of business with Black. You know what I do. Black do a lot of business. He might do my front end of my
But
car.
but that should teach you something as well too, though.
It
You
did.
can't just you can't just take any old everybody to your club like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because another motherfucker will make you look bad. You know what
exactly.
I'm saying? So yeah, yeah. So
I,
yeah, you can't. Once again, you can't help everybody because everybody you end up hurting yourself sometimes trying to help other folks.
I told
You
myself,
know,
go ahead. I'm sorry, go ahead.
that's it. Like the guy that I know a guy that paint, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's a fair guy. His house is paid for. He has no bills. He paints to try to help people out. You know what I
Okay.
mean? You know what I mean? So and he'll tell you that. I got a homeboy who mama wanted to get her car painted, and she drive one of them little egg looking cars, one of them
Mm-hmm.
small ass little cars. The
Was
car red. The car is red. Now watch this. The car, anybody who ever don't have a color change know what I'm talking about. You know, when you do a complete color change, they charge you way more for that. Like if you got a red car and then you want to paint the car blue and you want door jambs, everything painted, trunk lid, hood lid, all everything painted blue. You want to hide all the red on it. They charge you extra for all that stuff, man.
I
You know
know.
what I'm saying?
No.
Right. So her car red, she wanted blue. And I told my homeboy mama, I say, look, you ain't gonna find nobody that's gonna beat this price. I seen the man work, the man do good work. He don't charge a whole lot because he ain't trying to rip nobody off or none of that. You know what I mean? He's trying to
Right.
help people out. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So but I told him, I hate calling this man if you ain't serious.
Mm-hmm.
Because you gonna make me look bad. You see what I'm
Exactly.
saying? You gonna make me look bad, man. Don't have me call this motherfucker man, bro, and you want some bullshit. Don't
Exactly.
don't have me. I told, and then my dog, we grew up together. You know
Uh-huh.
what I mean? And I'm like, man, so he like, hey man, for real, man, I got the money, blah, 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 all that bullshit. All
Mm-hmm.
right, cool. I called my homie. My homie said, look, since that's your mama, and she wanna go from a red car to a blue car, y'all just pick the blue out. You know what I mean? I do a complete color swap on it, door jams, you know what I mean, trunk, you know what I mean, underneath the hood, the whole nine. $900.
Mm-hmm.
Charge the lady $900.
Mm-hmm.
Now, she ain't paying, she's not paying for it. He is. My homeboy paying for it. You know
Okay.
this dude, tried to pull out this man on the phone, man.
Oh wow.
Man, that dude already giving you a damn discount. 900 for a color change from red to blue.
You know how much my blue Tahoe was,
You
man?
man,
That
hold on, man. Whoa, hold on, what is? You got me on three-way with you on the phone with this man. I just told your monkey ass, don't get over here bullshit.
I'm gonna tell you
So
something.
now, so now he get on the phone, you know what I mean, with that Georgia game, trying to run that old Georgia game. I'm
Yeah.
like, bro, what the fuck are you doing? This man already giving you a damn discount. You trying to pull out the man. That man don't give a fuck about your sad stories.
Right, 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 right.
God damn, trying to get the paint job did for what he asked the man for. Hey man, can you do it for six? Man, ain't nobody doing all that shit for no goddamn $600, man. The hell wrong with you?
I know it.
He already told me what he was gonna charge your mama. He was gonna charge your mama 1,500 until he found out it was your mama, and then said I charged the lady 9.
See what I'm
Don't
saying?
took 600 off. You trying to get it for 600? So you see, so that made me look bad. You see what I'm saying? I'm like, bro, don't hey, we cool, but don't ever call me again. For no, I'm being dead serious. Don't ever call me again for no shit like that, bro. You on your own, bro, because you just made me look real bad, bro. You know what I'm saying? You made me look real bad with that bullshit, bro. And I told your
That's what,
monkey ass before we
that's what,
called, dude.
that's what I'm trying to tell dude, man. I'm like, you ain't set me up like that. I been, Mr. Man, he told I charged 275. But since you KG, man, I knock it out for $75. But see what I'm saying? Like, how much you low? Just think about it. If you go yourself, yes, he gonna charge you 300 plus. But I take my name down now. Cause Black know I did some business with it. I do business with Black. I don't just go down there and hang. I just go down there. I just don't go to the house and record what he doing. Like no more. I just go down there. I get my cutouts done down there for my boxes and stuff. I gotta get my rear diff, my rear diff. I'm trying to get him to do my rear diff cover too. You know what I mean? So like you remove that old bolt out of there, so I can get that done free. You know what I mean? Because I do a lot of business with Black. So this time here, I said, I'm not gonna put my nigga on the line for
Can you hear
nobody else.
me? Can you hear me?
Yo, I hear you. Go ahead. I hear you. But everybody else, Yeah, I know a lot about cars, like I know a lot about cars. So I'm gonna ask you something, Alex. If somebody gotta take your transmission down, put a transmission sensor on your top of your car, if you got it somewhere else for 300, 200 something dollars, but you come to me, and I get it for 75, what you'll do? You'll jump on that price, right or wrong. You ever made this? I guess it didn't hear me. So I'm asking Alex that question.
Hey, can you hear me?
I can hear you now. What's up?
Hey, I'm gonna have to hop off real quick, so I need to look at my Google Maps real quick. Or I can stay on, but I can't talk to you. I can hear you, but
I got
yeah,
you.
I need to use my map real quick because I'm gonna get short. Oh no, I'm gonna pull up to my delivery.
I got go ahead,
So,
go ahead. Go ahead, go ahead. I got you.
uh,
What's up, Tulu? Yeah, it made me think like, what the world is dude doing? I'm helping you out. You can't help me out. Give me a minute. I'm in the store. Give me a minute. I'm gonna meet y'all in the store. I understand. I understand, Alex. I understand exactly what you're saying. But if I put my name on line, man, look out, man. I'm serious. I put my name on line. I'm not gonna mess my name up in the street. I don't. I'm saying I'm not gonna do that. That one thing man could knock him away from helping somebody else or helping me again on something I gotta do. Hold on a minute. I got you, Alex, man. I just learned my lesson, man. Not to help nobody again, my brother. I just learned my lesson, bro. I just learned my lesson. That's all. That's one thing I would not do. Help somebody again like this. Yeah, you can put it in the bag. No. You leave that out. You leave that out, bro. Thank you. It's all right. I got it. Yeah, I'm not gonna help nobody again. I promise you, man. I'm not doing that crap at all. We don't deserve that same energy you give them, man. Yeah, you even tell the person about it. Thank you. You tell somebody about it. Then they want to you tell people about what you did. They want to give you your butt, they butt to kiss. I'm not doing that no more, y'all. I'm not doing that no
But I
more.
hate these damn brand new damn places, boy. They ain't got no damn signs up, nothing. And I got to hell at these two drivers. Hey, excuse me, driver. Where you check in at? Right here? All the way down to the end? Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yeah, but like I said, man, I just learned my lesson, man, for being nice and helping people out. I'm not gonna put my name in it on Jeff because you broke or you ain't want the job. I'm not doing that. 'Cause that's not gonna get my business, my stuff done. I'm not doing it.
Yeah, sure.
Exactly. You got to, man, because that's the only way you. Hey, man, you got to keep relationships good when it comes to money, man. Because, hey, man, I ain't got the money right now. Can you build this for me? See, Black the type of guy to do that stuff. He'll build it for you, or he'll cut your wood out for you to your design, like he did my box, man. He cut my whole design of my box. I built my box in his shop. You know what I mean? He got this little machine that JG got. You know what I mean? They cut all the wood out perfect to make it all look fancy. You know what I mean? So he got the machines for that stuff. So eh, that's the reason why I do that stuff. My clean looking because of Black. So if I ain't had that person in my corner, I ain't gonna mess that. I ain't even, this ain't got the money to do this. He'll come at me, hey man, when you go have the money, I had money in like a month, in the month. You do this for me, man. I pay you, man.
Thank you,
I,
sir. Good morning. How you?
I can't make nobody over, man. So Lee, that's just how I am, man. I can't do that. My name too big. I got a lot of stuff to be done. I got an old school boxing console and real debt to do. So I'm not gonna mess nobody up like that. Cause sometimes I don't have the money to pay for your cuts. You do that for me. Hey, pay me this 250 when you get it, man. Don't worry about it. Or he might say me sometime. Don't worry about it. On some shady tree person. No, that's why I want them paid. You think people rip me off out here? I'm not trying to rip nobody off.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah. Well, I'm super duper early. That's cool. 'Cause I need to chill for 3 hours anyway to get my time back.
I got you, bro.
I ain't tripping. I ain't tripping at all.
I got you. But like I said before, man, I'm not gonna mess my name in the street for nobody. I don't care who it is. If I got the money to pay it, I'm gonna pay it. But don't. If my mama come out her pocket to pay it, right? And she give me the money to go pay it, and you give her butt the kids, nah, that's the wrong person. My mama's a totally different person now. You even miss my mama over. My mama look out for you, and you want to talk that stuff. Nah, we good. I ain't got nothing for you. Over, man. Yeah, man. You got a Dodge Ram. You gonna run the world. But like I said, that's
boy, this was a long one here, boy. Jesus, boy. I hate coming from the bottom of South Carolina, I hate to tell you. Boy, it's a long head truck, boy.
How many hours?
Mm.
How many hours?
Man, I wasn't even counting. I knew it's up there. It's been like 19.
Ooh,
Like the way I ride now, now that my truck don't got older, I don't drive it too hard now. I be cruising. I be riding about 65.
I got
So
you.
I don't haul ass no more. I used to run this truck about 77 miles an hour, man. But we used to be flying, boy. Yes, sir. I'm that semi truck that used to pass shit. Like, you know what I mean? Get out there in that left lane. And I ain't got no governor on my truck. That's the first thing I did when I brought it. I took that governor off. And it's what you call tacked out. This thing can do everything on the tachometer. 129 miles an hour. But yeah, I just cruise now until I get me another truck.
What's up, Brandon? But like I said, big dog, I ain't got nothing against nobody, man. I don't have nothing against. I love everybody, man. But when you come to my money, my family, man, ooh, it's over. It's over.
Shit. Shit, when you got a family, that's the whole reason why you get money. Take care of family. You know what
Right,
I'm saying?
right.
And that's why I gotta give it up to my wife though, man. Man, my wife is the reason why we click so good. Me and my wife, boy, we see eye to eye when it comes to that money, boy. My wife a go getter just like me.
I got
She
you.
a go she a go getter just like me, man. For real.
Yeah, I got you.
When ain't nobody else got my back financially,
Oh,
my wife got it. You like right now. My damn power steering pump done went out on this truck.
mm,
Went out on me. I always something to fix. I'm tired of fixing up this truck. I'm ready to get me something else.
I got you, man. When AI break down on the road, who call? How they know they broke down the road? They got a scanner or something. They got like tell them that. Oh,
There it is. Let me get down here in these comments in a minute. I get the bullshit for 3 hours.
I got you. Yep.
Y'all talking about this morning. Yeah, BZ, I know how fast you run. Hey, it was worse when I worked for him. When I drove those trucks where you at, they was governed at 61 mile per hour. 61 mile per hour. What up, Chulu? Alex Smith, what's up?
Nigga,
Impala J, what's good, baby?
hope again, what's up?
Kim, Newcomb, what up, Newcomb? OBS, I'm in Dallas. No, the hell I'm not. I'm in Fort Worth right now. Fort Worth. So yeah, I drove through Dallas.
I'm quiet. I'm eating this. Hold on. I been in the conversation. I'm gonna mute this for a minute. I'm gonna
Must
let
be nice to eat a home cooked meal early in the morning. You know, poor man like me. You know, I got a bag of chips over here. You know what I'm talking about? Oh, boy, get that paperwork there.
I got this. I'm gonna mute. I got one more wing to eat, man. Give me a minute. Give me a minute.
You eating wings this time of the morning, man?
Yes, sir. That's the best way.
Yeah, South Carolina. Yes, sir. Man, my next load take me right to the house. I'm gonna stop by the house and get me something to eat. Then again, I may not have time. hmm Yeah, Chevy Addict over there eating good this morning. Got some hot wings with the lemon pepper sprinkled on it. You know what I'm saying? Ain't offered us none. And y'all see, I don't never eat in y'all face. You know what I'm saying? Uh, okay, one like okay, I came out Wednesday, right? What's today? Friday. I came out Wednesday. Shit. Oh, I look at the calendar. I normally stay out 2 weeks, man, or a week and a half. But I'm trying to get the LS spot did. I need to stay out a little bit longer. But we'll see. I'm waiting to hear from this machine shop, man. That machine shop determined the next time I go home. It determined the next time I go home. I cannot finish my floors, y'all. So I'm just letting y'all know now. I cannot finish the floors because the other weld guy, his pickup truck broke down. You know what I'm talking about? And he talking about he can't come, whatever. So I'm not gonna beg nobody. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna beg nobody.
He tonight he can't come with whatever, so
I'm not gonna beg nobody. So my body guy has a welder, right? But
Yeah.
he got the big one. Okay. And the body guy just said, "Look, I'll weld your floor whenever I do your body work." I said, "All right, that's cool." So like he said, hell, just do. I could do my floors, but it ain't gonna be all the way finished. You see what I'm saying? I can't do that transmission hump. I got to leave that the way it is. And yeah. So I'm debating: should I just wait till I get the body work did on the car after we get it running and everything, and go ahead and knock the floor out at one time, or not? So I don't
I,
know, man. I'll figure something out. I'll figure something out.
but what I'm saying is the whole time, man. Like when
That's right, Brandon.
I
You can't afford no wings.
man,
So,
it was last night. My
uh,
bad. I know my bad, man. I had 2 wings left over from last night. I got them wings from
man, you don't feel sorry for eating the wings in front of our face. You don't feel sorry. You don't feel sorry. Say what you mean and mean what you say. You don't feel sorry for eating in front of our face.
you know me better than that, is it?
I bet you the wings were good as hell, wasn't it? Tell the truth. Tell the truth. Mm-hmm. If I had me some damn wings, I'd be knocking them off too. Lick, I'm talking about licking my finger the whole nine right there in your face. I sure would. I sure would. Tell the truth.
But like I said before, man, I gotta get some stuff straightened around, man. That's all, man. So hopefully, man, I get everything I need today. Well, my ass will be tomorrow, like I told you earlier. But I want to go ahead and get this car to jack stand, man. Honestly, I'm ready to go ahead and get the car to jack stand.
You gonna put the car on some jack stand?
They been on the draft for the last 2 weeks. The last time me and two worked on my car in my life, yeah, I ain't touched that car no more.
So you got your axles back already?
They supposed to be here tomorrow. Tomorrow. They'll be here tomorrow. Today, but they contact me. They come from Ohio, so it was in Georgia. I had them yesterday or today, but now they had it in Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Okay.
I got my two ready. Two's ready.
So you putting the axles on. You.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
When? Well, when can we expect this, to take place?
it all depends on. Now my landlord's supposed to be coming out here to do this do my light thing problem. The light, the lights in the garage went off. Only thing on the camera light, you know what I mean? Y'all can't hardly see that camera light like that. That's why I had to bring my old camera, my light outside the garage to see what the new pause I bought yesterday. So if you come out here today and fix the light problem, what I do is Sunday. You know what I mean? But
Mm-hmm.
so if you don't come out here, I might just do it outside the camera and tell you what I did and show you my rims. But I want to do the whole process on live though, honestly. So I get more views off that. I do a regular video, you know what I mean? So I want to go ahead and just do it on StreamYard, you know what I mean? And the same way Two did his, you know what I mean? He put the little thing and I too. So I want to make sure that I'm doing it right. I want to make sure it's right the first time. So that was that. Y'all motivated me to do it, get it done. You know what I mean? I'm gonna get it done outside live or on live, one or two. It all depends on how my
Is
landlord.
that right?
Yeah, I'm gonna do.
Okay.
You'll see. You'll see. I want to try these rims on how my rear end gonna look like. How I go squat down. Cause I want my rim. The reason why I rode my feeling like that. I did. I want to squat it. So I'm gonna get. I got my I got me a fender roller on the way coming. I bought me one. So I go ahead and smooth them edges down. So
Hey, you know what you can do too?
what's
Now,
up?
now that you bought that fender roller, you
Yeah,
can dash your side damn hustle, man.
yeah,
That's your side hustle now. You
yeah,
see what I'm saying? You don't went and brought a tool. That's your side hustle now.
yeah,
So when you know what I mean, so like when somebody need their fender roll, you be the fender roll guy in your city.
yeah,
You be the guy pulling up the people eyes and rolling their fender, charging them 200, whatever. You
yeah.
better get that side money. You better get it.
Yeah,
You better get it.
yeah. But like I remember Jay-Z saying you don't have to heat the fenders up. You know what I mean? He said you don't have to heat them up. Cause Echo said he up. I'm not gonna heat mine
Some
up.
people heat them up, some people don't. You know what I mean? But you gotta do what work for you.
Yeah. I'm gonna try it out. I'm gonna try it. That's why I bought one to try my project first. Before I put my name, I'm gonna get mine. I'm gonna pick this thing right. You know what I mean? So I could make sure that mine's coming out right. For my business, somebody else. If I'm not doing nothing right, JG, what you working on, JG?
What up, JG?
What's up?
What you working on? Oh, you still in that truck? Oh, you still in that truck? You're alive with yesterday. I got you. I got you.
I am sanding all the jams slick.
Okay.
The window jams, the door jams, all of it has to be slick.
I got you, brother.
JG, I had a talk with God last night,
Yeah,
Yeah.
what'd he
and
say?
cause God talked to me, he don't talk to you. And
All right.
God told me that the brother JG gonna give me that cutlass he got over there.
Is that what he said?
That's what he said now. That's what he
Uh,
said. Now, so I'm just trying to figure out if you're gonna be a listener to the good Lord, or you gonna be one of these heathens out here and turn your back on the Lord, JG.
hey, what if I told you I found 5 more within 10 miles of me?
You need to let me know because my son want one. He looking for one.
I,
Yeah.
I found 5 within 10-mile radius of me.
Lord have mercy.
That's what I said. Lord, how much it? Found a
What?
79 Monte Carlo, and the other 3 are Buick Regals, Cutlasses.
Woo! Man, that training day. That's the
Yeah.
one I want. I would trade my SS for that training day. I sure would.
So I had a training day car right when that movie came out, and it was same color and everything. It was a cream puff. It was missing one piece of trim, and this truck driver, he would come by and he would go. So this was probably in whenever that movie come out. So it was just a few like right when that movie come out. I would drive it. It was, and he would stop by the shop and he would say, "Hey man, who owns that car?" And they'd say, "Jeremy owns that car." And he said, "Man, send me that car." I said, "Nah, man, I can't sell it to you. I just got it." And this went on for about 6 months. And one day he found out where I lived, and then he came to my house. He stopped at the end of the road with his truck. He pulled off on the side of the road. He walked down the driveway. He's talking to him. He's a cool dude. He lives in South Carolina, and he said, "Man, I can't be here long, man. They got a GPS tracker on my phone." He said, or my truck. He said, "I'm only about 4 miles from the interstate. Man, you need to sell me that car." So, and I said, "Nah, man, I'm not selling it." Well, I was working on my '54 Bel Air Coupe at the time, and I literally just looked at him and throwed a stupid number at him. I mean, stupid, just like unreasonable number. I just throwed it to him. And he looked at me and he said, "You serious?" I said, "Yeah, that's what I'm talking about right there." He said, "All right, man, I see you." And he leaves. I didn't see this cat for like 90 days. One Saturday, I'm in here in the shop working, and guy pulls up in the driveway. 2 guys get out, and he says, "Hey, man, how you doing?" I said, "Can I help you?" And then when the guy in the passenger seat, his name was Slim. When Slim got out of the passenger seat, I said, "What's up, man?" He said, "Nothing much, man." He said, I see you got my car washed up." And I said, "Yeah, I just washed it yesterday." I said, "I'm about to go to town." He's like, "Well, come on, let's take a ride." And I'm like, "Okay, cool." So we all hopped in it. We went up the road and come back. It was stock 305, 200 R4. I mean, it was bone stock 79 Monte Carlo.
Right.
And we come back and he said, "You mind if I drive it?" I said, "No, no, no, no." We get in it. We switch. He comes back and I said, "Man, get on it, man. You ain't gonna." I didn't drive. I don't build cars to baby. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Let get on it. Let go. Let go. So he gets on it. It was one wheel peel. It's geared like 308. Just bone stock. Air conditioner work. Cold as hell. Air conditioner. We get back to the shop and he says, "You good?" And I said, "Oh yeah, I'm good." He said, "You got the title?" And I said, "Yeah, it's in the glove box." And he's like, "Do what?" I said, "Yeah, the title's in the glove box." He said, "You serious?" And I said, "Yeah, I'm serious." He looked at his buddy and he said, "Man, get that man his paper."
See?
Look, hey, look, SS, that guy walks to his truck. He comes back with a damn brown paper sack. He comes back with a brown paper sack, and they roll out camera rolls with rubber bands and put them on the hood of my car.
See? Hey, you know what? That man wanted that car. I
Yes,
tell
he
people all
did.
the I tell people all the time, If somebody wants your car, they're not gonna down talk you. They're gonna give you what you want for it.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm not even going to say the number because I'm embarrassed of what I even told him. But I looked at him, and there's three or four camel rolls on the hood of my car, rubber band papped, just sitting there. And I'm looking at him. He goes, "What's the matter?" And I said, "Nothing." He said, "A deal's a deal, right?" I
I know
said,
that's right.
I said, "Yes, sir." I said, "You called my bluff, didn't you?" And he said, "Yeah." He says, "Can we get this title notarized?" I said, "Yeah, I got people." I said, "Let me make a phone call." It was Saturday. I said, "Let me make a phone call." And he said, "Y'all, no problem." And we got the title notarized and everything. He hopped in there. He shook my hand and he said, "Man, I appreciate it." And I said, "Man, can I ask you a question? What you going to do with this car?" He said, "I'm going to build it just like training day, baby."
There you go.
And
There you go.
I said, "Well, I appreciate you." And he said, "You mad?" I said, "No, I'm not mad at you, brother. I'm not mad at you." I said, "But I did learn a lesson." He said, "What's that?" I said, "Never put a number on something if you don't want to sell it."
Exactly. Exactly.
so,
Exactly.
yeah. So
Man,
I regret it. I mean, I did regret selling that car, but I took that money and finished building the engine and transmission in my 54, and I done some more stuff with it. But I mean, I told when I met 87 and Tulu and all them and we got to talking stuff, they got that G body scratch on me. And I told 87, I told him in February, I said, "I will have another G body before the end of the year. You best believe that." And then 30 days later I had that Cutlass.
there you go.
And
There you go.
I got it on the way back from Myrtle Beach. So
I got you, man.
but yeah,
That car you had, that was my very first G body that was mine. Like
right,
my
right.
mother, she loved G bodies. Man, we had a yard full of them. You know what I mean, growing up. But one that was mine was a 79. It was like a baby blue, and it had
Yeah.
the white quarter top on it. It had white leather interior with the baby blue dashboard, blue carpet. Clean, man. Man, it
Yeah.
was clean, man. That was the the first Monte Carlo I ever had. Like, so that's what started up the game, the SS game.
So
That 79. Yep.
so the one I had was like that pewter silver.
Yeah.
With the white interior and all the white trim.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and it had that soft gray carpet. Um,
Oh man.
yeah,
Oh
it was.
man, that's a nice
Yeah,
combination. Yeah.
had all the badging and the little crescent and stuff on it. Had all the trim on it. Every
Yep.
bit of the trim was on the car. There was one piece at the back glass where the trim goes around the back glass. I can't remember if it was the top corner or the lower corner. That was the only piece that was missing. Uh,
Mm.
that was the only little piece that was missing, and I'm sure he found it later on. But man, I'm telling you, man, I could get in that car and hit the key. It was 305 305. I did all the plugs, the wires, I did all the maintenance on it. New brakes, all stock new brakes. Went through everything. I did a full service on the car. Air conditioner conversion over to 134. I think it was 134 or R12. Then I can't remember. Switched everything over, and man, that sun gun would freeze you to death. You could get on the bypass, man, pull that sun gun down and drive and look down there and be running 70 mile an hour, be floating, baby, be floating.
That's nice. That's nice, man.
Be laid back, Cadillac lean, be floating.
Right. That's nice, bro.
Yeah,
Like mine was flawless, man. It just had mine had a 350 in it with a below head. That was
right.
it. Man, when I tell you not a ping, not a ding on that body, the paint was nice. It had all the parts, all the chrome trim. It was shine. I ain't had to do nothing to it, but fix that head to it, and it sat there in my mama's front yard. But I was young then when I got that car. I was young, and I got in some trouble. I was on probation, and I couldn't find no job, and so I moved to Florida. And I said, you know what? I'm gonna go to Florida, and then when I took up being an electrician, I moved to
Gotcha,
Florida, and I said I'm gonna come back and get my car, and never did, never did. Ended up selling that car
gotcha.
because back then, like this is mid '90s, so back then you get those cars a dime a dozen.
Oh, yeah,
Back
for
then,
sure.
right? I said I'll just get me another one, and I never did, man. I never did. I regret selling that one, man. I should have. That's the one I should have kept out of
JG,
all the old schools I had.
J-
Yeah.
you ever seen that car again, man? After you got rid of it?
Yes. A dope boy had it.
I'm
Yeah.
asking JG that.
Dope. Oh,
Oh no,
JG.
no. The guy I sold it to lived in Lower South Carolina. He was a truck driver, so I he lives like if on the map you got Myrtle Beach like right here. He lived like going towards Georgia way that way. So he said he was about 2 hour. He said he was about an hour and a half west of Myrtle Beach, southwest of Myrtle Beach.
Okay, so he was down there around the Charleston area.
Yeah, so I live about 3.5 hours from Myrtle Beach. So he said if Myrtle Beach is right here, he said he lives southwest. Yeah, he said he lives
Yeah, that's
southwest, about an
Charleston
hour and a
area.
half southwest of Myrtle
Mhm.
Beach.
Yeah.
I got you.
But he drove a truck. He was a truck driver. He hauled steel and stuff from the steel company. And there's a lot of places around here that use steel. So he would come right by all the time. And then that's how he found out where I was living at because he seen me one day. Yeah, I'm telling you,
Hmm.
man, it's funny, man. I mean, I know where there's a 1970 GTO Judge, Ram Air car, Pontiac 400, 4 speed, completely all original, numbers matching. The old man that bought it drove it until about 4 years ago. He's about 78, 79 years old. His kids took his license away. His car is parked in his yard. They got a car parked in front of it and a car parked behind it so nobody can steal it. And the old man goes out there,
So,
gets in his car, rolls the window down, and they got a battery charger on the battery. They used to, and he used to listen to 8-track tapes in his car, smoking cigarettes,
Mm.
Camels unfiltered in his car. And I told his boy one day, I seen his boy one day at the store, and I said, "Man, what are you doing with your daddy's car, man?" And he's like, "Oh, Dad goes out there, he's done run the battery dead, blah blah blah." And I said, "Man, why don't you?" I said, "Man, your daddy drove that car his whole entire life," and I said, "I know it's all original." And I said, why don't you? I said, "Man, you make good money, man." I said, "Why don't you bring the car down here to the house, man, and let me get it roadworthy, not do paint and body on it. Let me get all the brakes and everything. And man, won't you ride your daddy around, man, on Saturday?" He said, "Man, I got no time for that shit."
That's fucked up, man.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah. I
JG,
would
everybody in the comment want to know what you sold that 79 for.
in 2008. That's when I sold the car. That's when I built the engine from my 54. I sold it for 10 bands.
Ooh, wee. 2008, 10
Yeah.
band. Ooh, wee.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
told I told you I put a stupid number on it.
Yeah. You look real good on that one. You look real good on that one.
I'll have to tell you in private how I got that car. I can't tell that online. I can't do it. I can't do it.
Hey, I pulled mine out the woods, out of a place called Carlos. Um, that car was in the woods, man, and they pulled that thing out with a tractor.
I won
And
mine in a poker game.
oh man,
I won mine in a poker game.
that sucked for him.
Yeah. Yeah. I said call and he didn't have enough to call. So he either had to fold or go. And he throwed his keys in there and he said, "I'll do my damn Monty." And I'm like, "Yeah, okay." He's like, "No, I'm serious. I'll do my Monty." I said, "Let's see what you got, big dog."
Right, right.
Yeah, he done like this. He put his, he
Oh
put,
man,
and then I just did this. Out the door
I,
I went.
man, I'd have been sick, man. Why would
Yeah,
he do that, man? Oh
yeah,
man.
yeah. And you know the bad thing about it, SS, he'd been drinking a little bit, so I let it go like 2 or 3 days, and I went and seen him, and his name was Lewis, and I went and seen him, and he was an older white guy. I went and seen him, and I said, "Hey man," I said, "Look," I said, "I know the other night was kind of crazy and everything." I said, "And you'd been drinking a little bit." He liked to drink Budweiser hot, and
What the
I
hell?
yeah, yeah, yeah. He was, yeah, he was one of them.
Oh god. Oh, one
And
of
I
them.
said, yeah, one of them. If you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying.
I know what you're saying. Yeah, I know
Okay, yeah,
exactly what
he's
you're saying.
one of them. Yeah, yeah, he was one of them. So, so I told him, I said, look, man, I said, when we get to drinking, and I didn't drink hard, and I said, when we get to drinking, man, we do stuff that we shouldn't do, and we got like buyer's remorse. And he said, yeah, yeah. I said, man, you know, he said, no. He said, a deal's a deal. He said, I got the title right here in the house. I got it for you right here. And I said, you sure? And he's like, yep, I'm good. I'm good. A deal's a deal. And I was like, okay, fine. And he signed the title over. So I give him the opportunity to get his car back sober,
Right.
because that's just how I am. I mean, a deal's a deal. But, if you're intoxicated or incapacitated and people do stuff, you got that buyer's remorse. I've been at like Barrett Jackson and Meekum, and you see those guys out there on the floor and they're buying and they're all amped up and you got your adrenaline going, you got the liquor talking, and they spend way too much money on cars. And
Right.
then the next day when they sober, they go, I did what? Well, how much? Holy shit, what did I do? That buyer's
Yep.
remorse. I've
Yep.
seen it happen a lot of times. I mean, I seen a dude one time at an auction. Well, I was with Richard Petty. I seen a guy one night at auction at Bootstraps and Boots. That they had this event. This son of a gun paid $35,000 for Richard Petty's cowboy cap.
What the hell?
Yeah, that son of a gun, that thing SS, it was going, 5, 6, 7,000. They was raising it for auction. And this dude stood up in the back, cowboy dude, just suited and booted, belt buckled, probably could pick up satellite signals. I mean, just one of them, right? One of them dudes. He's like,
Mm-hmm.
$15,000. And everybody's like, dude, what? And then next thing you know, somebody over here is like, hey, let me see how far this stupid, and then that gets into my pecker's bigger than your pecker, and let me throw this money out here. And next thing I know, the daggone hat was up to like 35 bands, and everybody was like, what the crap's going on, But the foundation was like, yeah, boy, because they raising money, for the children.
Right.
And then going once, going twice, sold. And he goes, I got you. Yeehaw. And I'm like, yeah, tomorrow you're going to be yeehawing, all right. You just
No,
you
that's
just spent 35 bands on a hat, more than most people make in a year.
wow. He must
Yeah,
have been from Texas.
yeah. So I got a lot of stories where I've seen people just just if you got it, you got it. But I don't care who you are. I don't care who you are, how much money you got. If somebody tells you, hey man, you got a $20,000 you got a $20,000 bill, or you got a $10,000 bill, or hell, you got a $5,000 bill. I don't care who you are. That shit hurts.
Yeah.
That shit hurts. I mean, you think about it and say, I'm not even going to speak into existence, but let's say you got to get something serviced on your truck that you wasn't anticipated, and then they say, hey, it's going to be this much money. Not saying that your financial state is in a bad state, and not saying that it's in the best shape. I'm just saying, and when you get hit with something unexpected, you're like, damn, I got to do what? That shit
You
hurts,
damn
man.
right.
That shit.
Hey, that happens all the time.
Yeah,
All the time.
I got a buddy right now. I got a buddy, Boone. He owns a trucking company, and he's got like 20 trucks on the road. And I do a lot of stuff for him. I do a lot of custom work for him. I don't post a lot of it because he's kind of private on that stuff. But I mean, the other day
Uh-huh.
he come up to me and he's like, hey man, I know I want you to do this and do this and do that. And I was like, yeah. He's like, well, you're gonna have to give me about 120 days. I'm like, okay, cool. What's up? He said, man, I had not one but 2 trucks transmissions go out.
Trying to tell you.
And I said,
That will
hey.
set you back, man. It will set you back.
And I looked at him and I
No.
said, it's okay, man. I said, it's not okay, but just let me know. He's like, man, he said, I had one truck drive. He said, one truck transmission went out. It's in the shop. And he said, damn, if another truck's transmission didn't go out.
Yep. So now y'all see, boys and girls, you know what I mean? I mean good on what I say. When I say I'm gonna do something, but the unforeseen thing, man, when it hit hard, man.
Yeah.
It hit hard. It hit
Yeah.
hard. It hit real
Yeah,
hard,
so
man.
I know of your world, SS. I mean, I know what it takes to do what you do. So when somebody says, "Man, I just had to spend 11 bands or $11,000 put a transmission in my truck," you like, "Good God!" Well, if you're only
Damn
making
right.
this much money, man, that comes off your bottom line at the end of the day.
Guess
Yeah.
what? Especially when we had that Peckerwood Biden in office. Biden
Oh
did not like truck drivers. He stole all our damn money. You know
yeah,
what I mean? And so when you're out here getting pennies on the table, you can't really afford these high ass repairs.
yeah, yeah,
So now you got a lot of people didn't know how to transition in the trucking game to surviving Joe Biden. You know what I mean? Like you literally had to survive
You're right. You're right.
because the rates went, man. I remember when Trump was in office the first time. Man, let me tell you, I was barely working. The rates was so good, and we talking about on dry van. In fact, this truck right here I got, this truck cost me 2,500 a month, and we ain't talking about all my other bills. We ain't talking about
yeah.
the
That's
insurance
that's
for it.
that's just to get in the truck.
That's just to get in the 20 per month for
Yeah,
3.5 years. Man, let me tell you something, man. I was home more and made more
I got you.
than when Obama was president. You see what I'm saying?
that's
People
30. That's
people don't
30. That's 30K a year just to have the truck.
exactly see what I'm saying.
30K right off the top. You ain't even done nothing. You ain't even pulled the first load. 30K
That's
right off
right.
the top.
We ain't talking about diesel. We ain't
Yeah,
talking about
that's
your fuel.
30K just to have the truck sitting in my driveway.
Yep,
Yeah, yeah.
yep,
Yeah. See,
yep.
see, I know numbers, man. I love numbers. I mean, we can talk numbers all day. And you're
I
right.
see that.
I did a video of it. I did a video of it. The bill has to be paid. When people say, "Hey, man, how much do you charge?" And I'm like, "Well, I mean, I charge." I said, "Well, right." This was a couple of weeks ago. I said, "Well, May 1st, I'm going up, but right now I charge $85 an hour." I said, "It's public record. It's on the wall. It's on the website. It's $85 an hour, minimum 40 hours a month to keep an active project." And they
Mm-hmm.
said, "Do what do you mean?" I said, "It's $32.50 a month just to have your vehicle in the shop for 40 hours worth of labor. That does not include materials, paint. That just for me, labor working on it. $32.50 a month." And they're like, "Damn, dude, you making a killing." I said, "How you figure that?" They
What
like,
up,
"You making
Tulu?
kill you making a killing." I said, "Well, let's see. 33% of that goes to taxes. 33% of that goes to power bill, insurance, and all this other stuff. So now 33 and 33, that leaves 33 left. There's three 33s and 100.
That's
So
right.
now I got 33% left over." I said, "My salary is 20% of that.
Yep,
So now I got the other 13% that I put over here on the side for in case of a tool breaks or something this, whatever. That's that. So I only make like 20% of the 85. So and he's like, "No, how you figure that?" I said, "The bill has to be paid."
that's what
I
they
said,
don't get. That
I
that
said,
that
I'm not, I'm not in
that's
my
what they don't
mama's
get.
garage. I'm not in my daddy's basement. I'm not in my yard. And there's nothing wrong with that. I said, see, what people get twisted in SS, and you can agree, people's like, "Oh, well, he's making all this money." No, see, you're doing it as a hobby in your driveway, making some money on some side hustle. I'm doing it for my livelihood. So if I do a job this week and some guy comes by and pays me, and let's say the bill is $3,000, I don't go, "Oh shit, I just made 3 grand this week." No, I didn't. I didn't make three
I,
grand this week. The shop made 3 grand. The
The,
shop's got
the,
bills
the,
to pay.
the facts. Same way. So same way us truckers talk. The truck made X amount of dollars this week. You
Yeah,
know what I mean? I didn't. The truck did. You see what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Yeah, but
Like
you but what
uh,
people look at it SS, they go, "Well, you're one and the same." And I'm like, or like for you, they'll say, "Well, SS, you're one and the same. It's your truck." I was like, "Well, yeah, it is my truck, but it's not my truck. I'm just a tool to drive the truck. I'm completing a service for somebody. I got to get paid. The diesel man got to get paid. The DOT man got to get paid. The insurance man got to get paid. Everybody got to get paid. After everybody sticks their hand in the jar, I got this much left over."
exactly, exactly. Like when like you break it down per mile, like say like okay, say I come from Dallas to Columbia, South Carolina, right?
Okay.
Say I grab a load that pays $3,000, right?
Okay.
Let's just say that's 1,000 miles. That's $3 a mile, right?
Okay.
Okay. All right. Well, first and foremost, you ain't gonna get there by just oxygen and water.
No.
You got diesel costs to pay.
Yep.
Mm.
And I don't run my tanks on empty. I treat a half a tank like it's on E. You know
Right.
what I mean? So, right. So you got to pay that. The truck gonna automatically get $1.25 per mile. And owner operators know what I'm talking about. You got to put that back into the truck, regardless. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, that leaves me with what?
What happened? There
At
you
the
go.
so
Leaves
at
you with
so
what?
so at the end of the day, after I pay my broker fee, you see
Yep.
what I'm saying? After I pay
Yep.
that, after I give them their little percentage, I pay for the diesel. I got to put money back in the truck. That 3,000 don't went from like I don't get 3 grand in my pocket when I book. You know what I mean? 3 grand out of that 3 grand, I may profit.
Right.
I don't know what about maybe 18, 17, somewhere up in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, just say
Because
half. So let's cut it in half. Say 50.
yeah,
You have to pay out 50% overhead, and you plus or minus you get to keep 1,500. Okay. Well, let's say you drove. You get to keep $1,500. So how long would it take you to go from Dallas to South Carolina? Hours.
legally a day and a half.
So
So we'll figure out about I normally do it in two 8 hour shifts. We'll figure about
16
maybe
hours.
16, 15 hours
So you're making less than $80 an hour to drive the truck.
on that particular trip. On
Yeah,
that
on that
particular
on
trip.
that trip right there. So
Right, right,
basically, you're plus or minus. If I had the numbers exactly, I could give you an exact number.
right.
That's what I was telling somebody the other day. That's what I was telling somebody the other day. They was trying to explain something to me, and I said, "No, man, it don't work out like that." And they said, "What do you mean?" I said, "Well, it's like this." I said, "My shop, this shop right here, this shop, this area right here is right at 1,700 square foot." And he said,
Okay.
okay. I said, so how I set it up is the business don't own anything. I shouldn't probably tell too much of this. The business don't own anything. So the business don't own nothing. The business leases the contents of the building and the building from another entity. Okay. And
Uh-huh.
it's not me, right? It's not me. So let's put it like this. Let's say, so you said your truck lease every month's $2,500. Okay. My lease payment for this shop right here, for everything in it, all the tools in it, every month, let's just say it's $4,000 a month is the lease, right? That
Uh-huh.
that that runs everything, the water, the power, everything. $4,000. We'll just throw that number out there. $4,000. That means right off the top, I have to make at least $4,000 a month just to keep the building running.
Right, right,
So that
right.
is a week and 3 days. So that's the first week of the month and 3 days of the next month, or 3 days of the next week, just to keep the lights on.
Right.
And people's like, what are you talking about? I was like, well, if I divide it up in there. So if you got a vehicle, that's why my rules are, if you have a vehicle here, that's why I don't understand how, I know Chevy Addict said at one time his Tahoe, his blue Tahoe, something, a Tahoe or a Tahoe set at a shop for 3 years. And it's not just him. I hear a bunch of people say that. Hey, my car sat over there for 4 months or 6, whatever. And I'm like, how is that even possible? And he's like, what do you mean? I said, well, Let me tell you how my stuff works. My stuff works like this. Let's say, I'm going to use SS for an example. Let's say SS wants me to do his Monty, right? He gets his car ready and everything, and he wants me to do his Monte Carlo. And then we're bullshitting and we're talking back and forth, just kicking it like we are right here. We're not business talking, we're just kicking. Now, if he calls me and we start to talk business, my brain turns off from personal and we go straight to business.
Absolutely.
Straight to business.
Absolutely.
Straight to business. It ain't got nothing to do with you personally. It ain't got nothing to do with nobody personally. It's business, baby. It's business, right? So if SS, we talk on the phone privately, and he's like, "Hey Jay, this is what I want to do. I want to do this, and this, and this." And I'm like, "Okay, cool. Well, I can do that and that and that, but I'm not going to do that because that jeopardizes the integrity of my shop and your vehicle, and it's not safe, and I'm not doing it." Okay, okay. So I'm not doing that, but I will do this, which is a better option if you agree to that. And we go through all this logistics until we get to the very end of the piece of paper. And when we get to the end of the piece of paper, then SS says, "Yep, I want to do that. Sounds good to me." And I kind of give you an idea around about how much money it's going to cost. And I do it by hours. So let's just say I'm going to say, "Hey, man, it's going to take me 100 hours to do that." So let's just say it take me 100 hours. And it's like, okay, we'll just say 100 hours to do that and you're done. And if I figure in all the materials and everything, so for about 8 grand, you're in and out and you're done. And you're like, okay, cool, great. Well, man, I can't give you 8 grand right off the top. Well, I don't expect you to give me 8 grand right off the top. I expect you to give me 25% deposit. So you give me a
See, see
25%
what we were talking
deposit.
about earlier, Chevy had it? That
You
see a businessman gonna charge a goddamn deposit. See?
So you sign a contract, and that contract says this. SS agrees to this terms. A contract is a legal binding contract. A legal binding is like getting married. It's like buying a car. It's like buying a house. It's like getting your power turned on. Like getting your water. Anything you do in life is a legal binding contract, and their parties have to agree to those contracts. And if one null and voids the side of it, the contract is void. If somebody backs out on the deal, you broke the contract. So the contract is null and void and we're done. So the way it works is SS gang wants me to do his car. Okay, great. I tell him it's going to be $8,000. I need 20% deposit. So he gives me 20, let's say he gives me 2 grand
Two
deposit.
2 grand. Yep.
He gives me 2 grand. All right, that deposit locks him in to that thing. Then I asked SS, I said, okay, what week's your week, baby? What week's your week? You want the first week, the second week, the third week, or the fourth week? And if
I'm
he
gonna tell you
says,
the fourth week. I'm gonna tell you the fourth week.
so SS says, "Jay, I want the fourth week of the month." I'm okay, okay, great. So in the contract, I put the fourth week of the month is SS Gang's week. And he knows that, I know that. He signs it. We got a witness, it's notarized, it's a done deal. Right? He tells me, "Hey Jay, you got to come get my car." Okay, cool, no problem. I drive all the way down to where he lives at, get his car, bring his car back, get his car here to the shop. I inspect his car. I walk around his car. I do a visual inspection in a notebook, a little pad. I write down everything I find, everything I don't find. I take pictures of that thing up, down, side to side, everything. Every angle, I take pictures of everything. I put it in a portfolio, and that's his ride. His car sits here until the fourth week of the month. The fourth week of the month is his week, right? So to have an active project in my shop, you have to agree to 40 hours a month for an active project. You have to give me at least 1 week to work on your vehicle to keep that project moving forward. All right. Let's say the month of June is SS Gang's week, and it's the last week of the month. I'm coming up to the car and I start working on. I give him a notice. Like the third week, I'll text him and say, "Hey, SS, next week's your week, baby. I'm just giving you a heads up." I don't have to give him a heads up because he's already agreed to the contract. But out of courtesy, I'll text him and say, "Hey, big dog, next week's your week, and I'm getting on your car." Let's say SS comes up to me and says, "Hey, man, I got some shit going on, man. My kids got some graduate. I don't care what it is. You don't even have to tell me. But let's say SS says, "Hey, man, my kid's graduating. We forgot about a graduation packet. We done this. We got senior pictures. We got this. We got that. We got the prom. Man, I'm not gonna be able to. Man, I'm not gonna be able to do it this month. Can I use my buy month? Can I get an extension? Can I move my week to? Can we start my project in July?" And I'll say, "You know what, SS? It's your bye week. If you want to use it, it's yours, baby. You can use it." Okay, cool, Jay, no problem. I roll his car. I don't even touch his car for the month of June. right? I still got his deposit over here sitting in an account, and everybody's following the contract. Now, let's say I call him in July and I say, hey, SS, next week's your week. And he's like, man, let me tell you something, man. Something else happened, whatever, blah, 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 this, whatever. Man, I'm going to say, you know what, S? Whatever it is, I don't care what it is. It's business. It's not personal. It's business. I'm going to say, you know what, SS? Not a problem, big dog. If you read the contract, you only get one buy month. You only get one buy month. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and work on your car for 1 week because I'm going to work on your car. Here's an option. I can work on your car for the money that you've made a deposit, which is $2,000, or you can come get your car and you lose your deposit because my deposits are non-refundable in the contract. Because if you bounce ship, then I have to fill in that void of that week because I'd already had planned to work on your car. So you've cut my throat by not having nothing to work, and you've cut me out of 2 weeks of pay because I give you a buy month and now you're backing out. I keep your deposit because you signed a non-refundable contract. So you don't get your deposit back. But let's say I call SS and SS says, yeah, baby, go ahead and work with it. I take off on the car and I work on the car the whole week. Well, in the contract, it says the bill is paid every Friday. So I text you Thursday evening with an invoice. I send it to you email, text message, and ever how else you want it, or I can send it however how you want it, and you get that invoice. That invoice has to be paid by midnight on Friday night. If that invoice is not paid by Friday on if that invoice is not paid by Friday night at midnight, you have null and void your contract. I push your shit outside in the yard, in the gravel. I push it outside. I send you a letter saying you have null and void your contract. You have 7 days to come get your car. And you have forfeited your deposit and you owe me for 40 hours worth of work. You have 7 days to come get it. On the 10th day, if you don't come get it, I fill out a form. It's called a LT 260 DMV form from North
Yep.
Carolina DMV.
Yep.
I fill that form out, which is in the contract that you sign in big red letters. You can't
The
miss it.
car's yours now. The car's yours.
Now, the DMV, the Theft and Bureau investigator, they send you a notice. I don't care where you live and say, hey, SS, you owe this much money to this JG Innovation Garage. This is the day you got it. You have 30 days to comply with this notice. Also, on the 11th day, you're going to be charged $125 a day storage fee. No more than 30 days. You have to come get your vehicle. So when they send SS that, he gets that in the mail and he's like, oh shit, he's got to make arrangements to get to North Carolina, to get to my shop, pay his bill, and take his car. Now let's say the SS says, you know what? I'm not paying that son of a bitch nothing. Piss on him. Okay, guess what? No response is a response. The DMV don't care. So what they do is if SS don't reply to that notice and say, I'm going to go get the car and prove to the DMV that he paid his bill, guess what happens? They put a lien on that title of that VIN number for the money that is owed, and that car is mine.
Yep.
Until you pay the bill.
Yep.
Mine.
That's how it go. That's how it go.
And then
Hey.
after it's all said and done, if SS is whatever, he gets his car the next week, if he wants to go get some chicken wings, some beer, guess what? We can go do it. And that's personal. That's not business. See, I can separate the two. A lot of people get their feelings hurt but that goes back to what I'm saying. I've never had to do that ever, ever, ever. Because as long as you stay communication with people, everything's good. But I don't understand how somebody can leave a vehicle at somebody's shop for years and not touch it because real estate, this space in this shop is real estate. So just like Walmart or Lowe's or anything, they divide the square footage up in their building. So like the Walmart here in Bisco, it's 109,000 square foot. So they
And you
take
pay per square foot. You pay per square
exactly.
foot.
You pay for exactly what you're using. So if you're using 16 square, you're paying 16 square. So if your vehicle's sitting over here in the corner and I'm not working on it and I'm walking around it and you ain't paid me for 6 months, guess what? You have cost me potentially 6 months worth of money. Why am I going to leave that car inside the shop? I'm not. I'm pushing that bitch outside in the gravel.
Yep.
It's not personal, it's business. So when I hear people's like, yeah, my car's been over here, and I know there's a lot of moving variables. Like this truck right here that I'm working on, I've been working on this truck for a pretty good while. But the deal that I have with this guy has a multiple of different businesses. So when he sells, not to get too much in his business, if he sells a house for $4 million, then he gets a commission and then he has to pay his help. Right. And let's say he'll call me and say, hey, Jay, I got this much money I need to spend on the truck. Let's move forward. And I'm like, okay, cool. Then I'll work my ass on it until all the money's gone. And then I'll send him a text and say, or a message. And I say, hey, big dog, I'm about 20% done on the money. What are we doing? Am I keep going or am I moving on something else? He's like, let me get back to you. I'll get back with you in 48 hours. And then in 48 hours, he'll text me and say, yeah, I can spend this much more money. Let's keep going. And then when we run out of this money, just work on something else until I move some pieces around. I'm like, cool, not a problem. So I know his money's good, but he has so many moving parts. He does
Right.
this, whatever does. But like for the DX1 Pro Charger that he wants on this thing, he was out of country. See, this guy right here, he left country on Cinco de Mayo. He just got back yesterday. So he's been gone out of country for over a month. But I've been working on his truck while he's been gone. Why? Well, how do you do that? Because before he left, he put money into an account that I established for customers that are going to spend big money like a lawyer. You pay, it's like a retainer fee. So he puts money into a retainer account, and then I have access to that, and I invoice that account. He has somebody that handles that account, and they pay me. So I have all those pieces in places, and all those pieces in place. So when he's out of country, I'm still getting paid. So, and then when he
Right.
gets back, and I just do my normal stuff. I don't do nothing crazy. So he got back yesterday and he said, hey man, what kind of numbers did we make? And I said, well, I mean, we was a little shy on what you wanted to make, but I still think it's going to be a badass truck. And he's like, well, what was the numbers? And I said, 626 to the wheel. Yeah, that's that. I said, well, you got to look at it like this, big dog. You losing 40% through the drivetrain because it's a manual transmission. You got chassis flex. You got the suspension is eating. You got suspension eating power. You got all this stuff. So the rule of thumb is about 30 to 40%. On a good thing. So if it's making 600 to the wheel, if you do 40% of that, let's just say it's 250, so 678, that means it's making about 850 to the flywheel. Yeah, I'm not happy with that. What can we do? Well, the only thing you can do without like really really going stupid is we can put a DX1 Pro Charger on it, and we can if we put a DX Pro Charger on it and run it on 94 gas, we can run about 8 to 10 pounds of boost, and we can probably get about 750, maybe 800 to the wheel, give or take, on 94 octane. I said, but if you go to E85, which this engine and everything can handle, you got the injectors, you got the fuel, everything can handle E85, so we don't have to change nothing. If you put a DX1 Pro Charger on it and you run E85 and we run it 22 pounds of boost, we can put 1,300 horsepower to the wheel.
Easy.
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 On an easy
Yep.
day. On an easy day. I said, this
Yep.
engine can handle 1,500. I mean, it's built for it. I mean, it can handle it. I said, but my question to you is, you're not even going to be able to keep tires on it now at 600 horsepower, because a pickup truck, even though it has all this QA1 suspension, it has coilovers, it has the best rear end you can buy, it has the best drive, everything is the best you can buy. It's still not going to hook up because it's a pickup truck and there's no weight in the ass. You're going to spin
Right.
those 315s like a spinner, like a little kid at the mall. That's what it's going to do. It's just going to
Yep.
boil the tires. And he's like, so how much is that going to cost me? I said, well, a DX1 Pro Charger kit, a complete kit, a full kit. That's everything. Air conditioner, water pump, power steering pump, the whole kit in black,
Up
because
there.
you
Five
because you want
five
because
figures.
I said in black that you want. So this whole front drive system that we have on this truck, I take it off, set it over to the side, see if I can sell it to somebody. I take this brand new system, put it on the truck. That kit right there retails for
Told you.
$11,480.
Five
My,
figures. Yep.
my cost, I can get it for 8,200. So I will do it for $9,000.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, "Where do I send the money?"
See, people pay
that
for what they
that's
want now. They'll pay
Yeah,
for
so
what they want now.
that's what I deal with on a daily basis. I'm not conceited. I'm not an arrogant. I'm not an asshole. That's what I deal with. I deal with people that throw five, six, seven, eight, nine, $10,000 around like me and you buying a damn RC cola and a pack of nabs at the damn quick check.
Hey, but see, you got to realize something though, and for everybody that's listening, you got to realize something. What JG does, he's not doing this shit on the fucking side. He's not
Yeah,
doing this as a fucking hustle. This is his livelihood.
right.
That's his livelihood. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like, like for example, um, I had a food hustle back in Georgia. Like, what I'm saying? Like when I
yeah,
go home, I cook food on the side.
yeah. I'd love
You
to
know what
have
I
a food
mean?
truck. I'd love to have a
I
fucking food truck.
I just wanted $10 a plate. You know what I mean?
And
Hey,
that's not bad at all. That's good.
I was flipping them like dime bags. You hear me? Hey, you know what I mean? But that's a hustle. That
Yeah,
ain't my livelihood.
that's right.
Meaning I can get by with life without it. You see what I'm saying?
That's right.
So, this right here is my livelihood. So, the livelihood is a lot of the times you cannot do the homeboy hookup on no motherfucking livelihood. I had a friend that was moving. He got multiple houses as well. And he asked me, he said, "Hey man, I'm trying to keep the money in the family." I said, "Oh boy, what the fuck you want?" Soon as you hear that, you know it's some bullshit.
Oh yeah, yeah. You know
He
some
say,
shit about to go down.
"Yeah." He say, "Look, man, how much would you charge me to come to my house in Atlanta, right? Load the house up in your semi and take it down to Savannah, Georgia?" I say, "Man, I'm not even gonna do that because." I say, "You want me to help too?" He say, "Yeah." I say, "No, that's not smart because I don't have a moving trailer," and he didn't understand the difference.
And you got to
Uh,
get permits. You got to get all that stuff.
man, I'm trying to tell you. So I'm trying to let him know. I got to touch the furniture 4 fucking times. We gotta take it out of your house, take it to the back of my trailer. I don't have a furniture trailer. I got a regular. I got a dock trailer. So
Okay.
now we got to touch the furniture again. The same couch. We got to put it on the truck. That's twice we don't touch it. Then we got to climb up on the truck, touch the damn couch again, take it to the back. So that's 3 times we don't touch a damn sofa. And you got a 6 bedroom house. Man, you crazy as hell.
Yeah.
So what I told him, I say, well, since you my buddy, here's what I do. Wait till whenever I go home. Um, I just charge it, 600. But I'm not touching, I'm not helping you move. I mean, so what I do is I'll drop my trailer off as long as I talk to your HOA people.
Right.
I have permission, and what I do is on my way home, I stop in Atlanta. I drop my trailer off in front of your house, and you can get you, your family, your buddies, whoever, to load up the trailer, right? And y'all have 3 days to load up this trailer. I'll come back. I'll drive back to Atlanta, grab the trailer, and I will take it to your house down in Savannah, and I will help assist with the unload. You know what I mean? And you know, he say never mind to that right there.
Man, I can't stand that word, dude.
He said never mind, and I said, you
I
know
can't.
what? I said, all right, buddy, good luck. So he called up the moving people, and the moving people charged him 4,000.
Oh yeah, they hit him in the head.
4,000 to move that house. You know what I mean? I'm like, so, and I try to give you the buddy hookup. Hey, you
Yeah.
messing
So
with me?
yeah. So I don't so here's my thing on small businesses and people that say like you say buddy hookup. I don't ask like if I get my buddy Cody to come over here to do some digging for me. He's got his own business. We help out, we help each other, whatever. If I have him to come over here to do something um with his equipment and he comes over here and he does whatever he needs to do, dig, whatever he needs to do whatever he needs to do. The price is the price. He charges
Right.
$150 an hour, minimum 3 hours. So I'm going to use him for 3 hours, regardless if I need him or not. He's going to be moving shit, digging shit. He's going to be doing something for 3 hours because it's
Right.
$150 an hour, minimum 3 hours. So that's 150. That's 300. That's another 150. So he's got to load his flatbed trailer up. He's got to load all that shit up and come over here. I'm not going to look at that man when he gets done and say, hey, man, you going to give me a break because we buddies? That is an insult, and you just spit in his face.
Exactly.
You pay, if the price is 150, pay it and give that man a tip.
Exactly.
That is how I feel about it. Now, if it's big corporate, if it's like Walmart or if anything like that, big corporate, hell yeah, try to get it for the cheapest you can get it. But if there's somebody that you know, that you see on a daily basis, and you just associate with them or affiliate with them, and the price is $85 an hour or $50 an hour, if they mow your yard and they charge you $100, the price is the price. When you look at somebody that you know and say, hey man, you're going to give me the hookup? Hell no, I'm not doing shit for you no more because you just insulted me. So why would you do that to me? I can't stand that hookup shit, man. Now, if I'm
Yep.
going to do something for you for free, if I'm going to do something for you for free, that's different. That's it. If I do something and say, hey, SS gang, I need your address, SS gang. And you like, why? I need your address. And you like, okay, Jay, I'll send it to you. And you send me your address. And then 3 or 4 days later, you get something in the mail and you're like, what the hell is this? And you open it up and it's a pack of LS covers for your car to cover up your core packs. And you're like, damn, what's this for right here? What I owe you? Oh, you don't owe me nothing, man. I just felt like doing something nice today.
Right. Right.
And
Right.
that right
Right.
there, that is personal. That's not business. But I've had people call me and say, hey man, how much is your LS covers? This is how much they are. Oh, cool, man. Can I get 2 sets? Yep, I'll have them shipped out to you by next week. Okay, great. Send me the money. I said, send me half the. You pay me. You pay me before I make them. What do you mean? They're made to order. You pay me, and then I'll make them and I'll send them to you and I'll send you the tracking number. Well, man, I don't feel
Right.
comfortable paying you. And I'm like, well, guess what? Did you order that shit off of Amazon before you got it? Did you get that stuff? When you ordered stuff on Amazon, did you get it and then pay for it, or did you pay for it and then get it?
You
I ain't
pay
no
for it up
different.
front.
If you get it and you don't like it and you want a refund, I got a refund policy. I sure do. I'll refund your money back. But you look down at the bottom of the clause, it's 50% restocking fee. Just like any other bit, I'm just like you said a while ago. This ain't my hobby. This is my livelihood. This what makes the wheels go round and round on the bus. Hey, you said something early, SS, earlier in this live, and this is one reason why I jumped in because I wanted to add what you said. You said on a level. You said if I'm 45 years old, and somebody is below me and somebody's above me, I'm not going to drag nobody from below me to get. I'm going to try to help somebody below me, but if they're grateful, but I'm not going to drop down to 20 to try to get back up where I'm at. You remember saying
Right.
that?
Right.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yep.
So we kind of got the same philosophy. So the way I look at it is a video game, right? A video game, right? If I'm
Mm-hmm.
47 years old, I look at myself like this. I'm 47 years old. I'm at level 47 on a video game, right?
Right.
Okay, I can have this guy sitting beside me that's 47 years old. But that doesn't mean that him and I are at the same level. We're at the same level, but that doesn't mean we got the same information. Because anybody that knows video games and life, you can be 47 years old and went through life really, really fast and didn't try to absorb nothing through the whole ordeal of 47 years. And you know just a little bit of shit, but you don't know a lot of stuff. But you can look at a video game and you can complete a video game and get to the very end of Mario Brothers and it says, congratulations, you've won the game, you saved the princess, but you only completed 22% of the game.
Exactly. And see, and I'm gonna add on. I'm gonna add on to what you just said. Some people, you know what I mean, get lucky breaks in life. They're born in the right family. You know what I mean? Things of that
You know,
nature. They're born.
there's a word, there's a word for that, right?
What?
You know what the word is?
Sport.
No, nepotism.
Mm,
That's the word,
mm.
nepotism.
Nepotism. Okay.
Nepotism. It's who
Well,
you
you
know, not what you know.
right. Well, you learned me something today. You learned me
Nepotism.
something
That's
today.
the big. That's the big word, like mayonnaise. Nepotism.
Right. So you got some people, like you just said, haven't even played the game. You know what I
That's
mean? Like I've played all 47 levels.
that's right.
I had to play them. You got some people that's on my level and only played shit
10
10 levels,
10% of
15
it.
levels.
Yeah,
Right. You know what I mean? So, but that goes to show life is not fair.
and it
Life is
shouldn't
not
be. It
fair.
shouldn't be fair.
You know what I mean? So, like I remember the rapper what's his name? Nipsey Hussle.
Yeah, yeah. Nipsey. Hmm.
Nipsey Hussle said, man, surround yourself with people that's doing better than you. You
That's
know what I
right.
mean? But also, you want to have some that want the people that want to do better. If they're a little bit below you, help them out.
That's
Help them
right.
out. If
That's
they're a
right.
little bit below you, help them out. But I'd be goddamn if I'm on level 47 and you screaming at me whenever me and you both was on level 10 and we talked about how the hell to get to 11 to level 11 and you sitting over here being the grasshopper while I'm being the ant. You know what I mean? And then, that goes on a few years go by, you doing the same dumb shit. Now I'm at level 19, you still at level 10.
Right.
You
Right.
see what I'm saying? Now I'm
Yeah.
at
Yeah.
level
Yeah.
47.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going back down there. I'm not
Yeah.
going back down there,
Yeah,
man.
we got the same outlook, just different perspective. So when I teach at the college and I got 30 students in front of me, right? And I give them different tests, like I give them a color test to see if they're colorblind and stuff like that. So I put some color spots up on the wall on the screen and I let everybody watch them, right?
Uh,
And then I'll say who saw the number 3? Raise your hand, and then you got everybody raise their, who raised their hand, and then I tell them to move over here, and I keep doing that through the whole process until I eliminate and I get everybody, and I said, all right, you see everybody that's in different groups. You might have 5 in this one, 3 in this one, 2 in this one, whatever. And they was like, yeah. I was like, well, you can't see blues and greens. You can't see this. You can't see this. You can see a lot of colors. You can't see shit. And what I do is then I take those group of peoples and then I look in those group of peoples and I find the alphas, right? There's an alpha in every group. There's multiples, right? So I find the ones that are outspoken, the ones that are go-getters, the ones that are always talking, all not really just talking to talk, but just they want it. They hunger. They got that hunger in their stomach, right? So I take that person and I find the person over there that's quiet, that don't talk. Now that person might be smart as a damn whip, but they don't talk. They're not outspoken, but they haven't proved to me what they can do. They just look like they're not where they supposed to be. They're out of place. So what I do is I take one of them alphas and I put one of them peoples that are not alphas. You got introverts and extroverts. So I mix them up and I put them different. I don't put 2 extroverts together and 2 introverts together. I don't put 2 alphas together and 2 people that are shy and quiet together. Hell no. You ain't never going to get shit done, because what's going to happen is the alphas are going to move to the front of the class, and the ones that are timid and don't like to say nothing, they're going to get lost in the wayside and stay in the corners, and they're going to go through the whole class and not learn anything because they're scared to raise their hand. So what I do is I switch people up and I make people get out of their comfort zone and I push them to do better. So that goes back to what we were saying. If you're at level 47 and this guy over here is at level 20, there might be something that this guy at level 20 knows that you don't know, because let's say that I went through life and didn't absorb nothing, but you are 47 years old, but you have completed 20 levels of life and everything, and you've got all the information. Me, I'm done with everything. Hey, I'm done, motherfucker. I'm done. Yeah, but you don't know shit. You don't know
ah,
nothing. So you
mm,
switch people up, and then people can feed off each other. So in a positive way. But like what you were saying, the guy sitting over there in the grass like the grasshopper, and I'm the ant. If I catch people like that, I drop them out of my class. I get rid of them. I eliminate them because they're not doing nothing but being a parasite and a tick, and they're bottom feeders, and they're just sitting there like an old nasty dog tick on a set of sacks, and they ain't doing nothing but
Bottom
they here
feeders, exactly.
they here for the free ride, and you ain't here for the free ride. Let's go, get out.
Absolutely. You,
That
you know
that's how
you
that's how I do. That's how I move people around to kind of help people feed off each other because that's how it works. But you said spoiled and get stuff, but also people look at that as a bad way. But also there's also a good way. So I'm gonna give a
it
little. I'm gonna
is
give. Yeah, so there you can be honest and say that even though all the bad stuff that you went through in your life, you can probably find some good parts in there where you got doors to open up because you knew somebody else and that person spoke up for you and said, "Hey, I know SS Gang. Hey man, I think you already," and that door opened when it normally wouldn't open because you didn't have contacts.
right,
So that's what I
right.
tell people. Networking with people increases your net worth. If you can increase your net
Damn
worth
right.
by networking, you can get into places that you normally wouldn't get into because you network with different people. So
That's
that's how I
right.
feel about things. What gets me sometimes is when you help people, you help people, people ask people for advice and try to do stuff, and then you got like a dozen people giving the same advice, and then that person does completely backwards of what everybody told them to do, and then they come back and say, "Well, I don't know why that didn't work out." I told
Mm.
you not to buy that busted ass car. I told you that some of this was a piece of shit. You know. That I told you not to buy no 674. Them things is garbage.
right,
Stuff like that. But we
right, right,
but we
right.
but we all learn from everything. Every day is a learning day. Every day is a class. Every day is a class. And like what you said, Nipsey said, surround yourself with it. Charlie Hutton. If nobody don't know who Charlie Hutton is, I've took several classes with Charlie Hutton. Charlie Hutton used to work for Boyd Coddington, and then he started his own company called Charlie's Studios, or
You gotta
Charlie
give
Hutton
me one
Studios.
second. I got a phone call. Give me 1 second.
Go ahead, buddy.
Well, y'all, nice conversation.
Yep, that's crazy.
Nice conversation.
Yep.
I don't try to go. I learned a lot of things, but the reason why I joke around with a lot of things like I just started joking around. That don't mean I'm actually learning things. I'm not trying. I read your comment the other day, JG. I'm not trying to. I'm not trying to see nobody. It's just I'm learning. How I never learned before. So
Do what? You're breaking up. What are you saying?
I'm not trying.
Hello.
I'm not. I'm here. We here. We here.
Okay.
I
All
said
right.
I learned a lot from your messages you sent me outside of here and on YouTube. You know what I mean? And I thank you for your support, man. And I took the comment like this man. I'm joking around with everybody, but everybody know I pay attention to the smallest things. I'm not gonna buy the things. I'm like you said in the comment. I'm tired of buying things. Like you must love buying things. I hate buying things.
I wish I had all the money you wasted listening to everybody else that ain't even built a fucking car.
You know, it's just a
I'm
fact that
just saying. I'm
look,
just saying. I'm just saying.
JG, I'm gonna tell you something, bro. Let me tell you something. When that swap man told me to do all these, he sent me links. Just like Willie Rubio doing now, he sent me links. But I'm listening to him, the swap man at first. He tell I ain't never told you about this. I ain't never told you about this. Yes, you did. I got links. I still got links in this phone to this day. The stuff he told me about. You know what I mean? I'm like,
Well, I'm also talking about people. The Wild Wild Web is full of people, full of people, full of people. 6.8 billion people in the world. Okay, there's a lot of people on social media. And I know probably somebody's probably going to say this in the comments about me. Some people just talk to hear themselves talking. Well, I mean, I like to fucking talk, but I try to
right,
be productive. But
right,
what
right.
I meant by that comment was this: people, and I did it in a live the other night. and I didn't mean no malice or no hate to it. People listen to other people's advice on YouTube, and then they think it's the gospel. And then my question, and then when it don't work out, the people that listen to them say, man, I listened to so-and-so and it didn't work out. Well, my question is this. Did you go to that person's page that was giving you advice and see
Mm.
how many cars that they're fucking building? They ain't building shit. They ain't got nothing in their yard. They ain't done nothing. But people
I,
listen to those people's advice, and you couldn't whoop your ass out of a wet sack if I tore a hole in the bottom of it. That's what
another way,
pisses.
another way of wording it is like this here. If you don't know how to cook, right,
Yes.
and you go
Chevy
out
at
and buy if you go out and buy this brand new barbecue grill, right, and you got a taste for some mouth watering, goddamn spare ribs, right, and let's just say I say, hey, you need to do your ribs this way, right? Now you know I cook, you see I cook. I got cooking video, how to season it, how to do it, how to get it tender, how to get this result. You see that shit. But here come person A, person B, person C, whatever. You ain't never only thing you see on that page is Roman noodles.
Facts.
And you listen to them and then you like, man, my ribs taste like shit. Or my ribs is tough as hell. You see what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
right, yeah, okay, so yeah,
So
same thing.
if people give me advice on stuff, I take it. If you say, "Hey, look," that's why I was talking about bad intel. Tulu had something. I was talking about bad intel. If I have information like this textbook that I was teaching out of last night, it's an old textbook, and I've already emailed PPG to ask them, is there an updated is
TJ.
it if there's a updated revised copy of that. If there is, I'd like to have a copy, and they'll send it to me because I got credentials through them. So they'll send me a new textbook for free, so I can have it because I'm an instructor. So the information, and if I'm running on information, and somebody out there in the wild wide web, like yesterday, my video, there was 9,873 people watching me in 30 minutes. If 10,000, one person in that 10,000 group sends me a message and said, hey man, that's wrong, they changed that you don't do it that way no more. I'll say, you know what? I appreciate that. Can you drop the link where that is so I can go and update my file, and I'll go look for it. And then if it is the case, then I'll come back and I'll say, hey, look, I told you you could do it this way because I have the book in front of me, but they have updated the book. So now we have new information, new intel. I was running on old dated information, and I apologize. I will eat that shit and I will say I made a mistake. But if somebody drops something in the comment or whatever and say, hey, do this, whatever, and I'm like, okay, and then I look it up and I go, man, they're crazy as hell. That ain't even nowhere near right. And then I go to their page, Facebook, social media, wherever, and I look, and they ain't got nothing but damn little bitty Pomeranian dogs in their pictures, and they don't have no work history or no nothing. Why in the hell are you going to take advice from that person?
Mm,
Mm.
That's my thing, and I know I give Chevy Attic a lot of shit. I know I do that, and I've got my damn boot to his ass and belt to ass, and I'm not mad at him. I'm not mad at him. The thing about it is if you get on live and you ask for questions on how to build something, you're going to get bombarded with all this information. That's a
mhm,
fact. That is a fact. It's your job to go through and pick out what information is right. Because if you run on bad information or bad intel, let's just think about it in military aspect of it. We got military guys on here. If you got bad intel, or if you was doing a coordinates to drop some bombs at a certain thing and you fucked up and
Mm.
you put the decimal in one spot difference, guess what? You just killed people that didn't need to die because you got bad information. You need to double check, double
Mm.
check, double check, double check, double check, and then check again to make sure. So when Chevy at it, I know he gets wild and gets tongue-tied, but he said in his video that when he called Summit to order his axles, the person at Summit told him that 30 spline axles would be an upgrade for more torque and they would fit even though he needed 28 spline axles. And he says now it was a joke, but he said the guy at Summit said, yeah, go ahead and go with 30 spline axles. So that's what I ordered. And then Chevy Addict said, hey gang, if them axles come and they don't fit and they mess my car up, Summit's going to pay for my car. And I'm thinking to myself, come on, man, I know you just didn't order 30 spline axles and you got a 28 spline carrier.
Somebody,
Please, God, tell me you didn't do that. So my reply, I waited till the video was.
you know I ain't do that though, man. Hello?
Oh, I think he went out.
Okay. I ain't
But nah, it's like nah. What he's saying though, CA, even though you was joking, like a joke is a joke, right? But you
yeah.
got some people that's gonna watch your lives back that don't know nothing about that, and then they're gonna be like, oh well, I can put a 28 spline gear in there, and then I can get 30, you know,
I
30
got
All
spline
right, there we
axles,
go.
and it's
So,
gonna
so,
work. You
so
know what I'm
I
saying?
put
So
it in the
that's what
comments
he's
so the
saying.
comment would stay there so you could read it. That's why I put it there
right.
because I'm thinking to myself, come on, man, you can't, please God, tell me you didn't order 30
That
spline
you raised
axles
like
from somebody that told
right,
you that 30 would fit in 28.
right.
I promise you,
Hey,
30
hey,
ain't gonna
Hey,
fit
what
in the
up, Tulu
28, and you're
Cowboy?
gonna be disappointed. So please play that
What up,
video when you
SS?
open
What
that
up,
box.
SS?
That's
What
what
up,
that was
cowboy?
about. And
hey,
that I had no I'm
hey,
like, please God tell me he didn't order 30 spline axles.
nah,
Please tell me he didn't do that.
I ain't
Hey,
ordered
yeah,
30.
Mm.
hold on
Yeah.
real quick,
Yeah.
man, because we ain't
And
acknowledge nobody in the
that's
comments,
why I
man.
broke it down on the horsepower range. You will be fine with 28 spline axles.
So what you
I
gonna
can,
go to?
that's why
Oh,
You will be
absolutely.
fine with 28 spline. For no more horsepower than you're making, 28 spline is fine. It's fine.
it's like I
Yeah,
said,
Mm,
man.
I
What
was
up, Fly? We
be
got Fly in
careful.
the building. We got 84 in
just
the
like
building. We got USA. We got
Girl, hey,
Camel. You know what I
just
mean? We got Nitro Freak. What's good, man? We got Lee in the building. What's up, Australia Kangaroo Stew? What's happening?
mm.
USA. You
Hey,
got
And
Dreamer.
y'all had me rolling the other day about that jump, man. Talking
TJ.
about
Yes,
some
sir.
kangaroo stew.
yeah, Tully, me too. Six
Prima
foot
Tyrant
eleven.
Day.
Six,
What's good, man?
six,
Chevy Girl. What's up, Chevy Girl?
yeah, 6 foot 11, 250 pound red kangaroo. And y'all want to fight that
Right.
son of a gun. Y'all lost your damn
Kangaroo
mind.
Stew.
I was, I
Let's
was
talk
like,
about this. If the damn
Hey, but watch this
kangaroos
here
in
though.
Australia, if the
If y'all don't
kangaroos
mind
in
me, go ahead.
Australia, if the kangaroos in Australia would get organized and could communicate, they take over fucking Australia.
oh
Oh,
yeah, they
fuck yeah.
definitely would.
Fuck yeah.
There's 70
Oh no,
million there's 70 million kangaroos in Australia and 26 million people.
man, I'm trying to tell. Look, I've been on a lot of Vic's lives, right? And I've seen this man. I seen when the
I got a
doggone
phone call. Hold
kangaroo
on.
ran into the side of his door. You know what I'm
right.
saying? Like,
Yeah.
man, hey, them
Right.
jokers are crazy and they tough. Like for real, for real.
Yeah, and them red kangaroos, man, they like to fight, man. They'll grab your dog and drag that sun gun in the water and dunk him in the water and want you to come get him.
Yeah, and to wait
And
on you
my,
to come get them.
and people talking about they want to fight that sun gun. Dude, that sun gun can jump 30 foot one time, 30 foot, and can run 40 mile an hour. Yeah, okay.
Right.
Please video that because I want to see you get your head knocked off.
I want to see the first
Right.
person get kicked, get the Spartan kick.
I'm a,
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So when they kick, they can kick. I think it's 780 foot-pounds
Yeah,
of force when they kick. A
yeah.
damn
What up, cowboy?
a grizzly bear ain't but 600 with his mouth.
Right,
That son
man.
gonna kick your chest
Man,
in,
he'll
man.
kick. I was about to say he'll kick your chest plate to the back. For real.
Yeah. And a buddy of mine called me the other day. Said, "Man, you see this challenge where they're going to take 100 men to try to fight
Versus
one
a gorilla.
silverback gorilla?" I said, yeah,
Yeah,
please, where do I buy a ticket at? Where do I
yeah.
buy a ticket? Because
Cause
I
I
said,
would
man,
be 100.
I said, dude, you don't understand this. A silverback gorilla can pick up 4,000 pounds. That's your damn
Right.
Ford Fiesta. And you
Yeah.
think 100 men are going, the strongest man in the world can pick up like 1,200 pounds. right?
What up,
1,200
big?
pounds.
Yeah,
So let's say this: you got 100 men that's going to run up to this damn silverback gorilla. Okay, you got 10 alphas men that think they're Billy Badass. They're going to grab that gorilla is going to grab them and rip them in half like he is daggone
Yep.
Thanos on damn Marvel. And yeah,
Hey, that's a
yeah.
fact.
Yeah,
That's a fact.
where do I buy that ticket? Because I'm going to buy it. Because, yeah, it's
Yeah.
going to be over. That damn gorilla is going to rip every one of them apart. Going to look like King Kong eating that octopus and damn King Kong sitting there eating
Right.
their damn. Yeah, they lost their damn mind, man.
Let me say this right here.
I'm, I'm changing my name.
You remember the time that? Hold on. Let's see who's coming in. All right. I guess Chevy girl.
Bro,
They come back in. You gotta hit that link and just hit. Hey, I'm gonna hit half the stage when Chevy girl. But anyway, listen. When I bought them axles, man, I said I'm like the other day when I said I dropped my car on the ground. I ain't dropped my car. What
Yeah,
happened?
we knew you didn't drop it.
Is it me and A7 talked about it when he called me FaceTime. I showed us I dropped my car, man. No, man, no. How you drop your car? What happened? Then man, I told him, he told me what to do. What I did was I put my car tire on the left side and turned my wheels all the way in and lowered my car to the ground that way to get the nut off the butt I was having trouble with. And they broke it real free. That's why I did what I did. I was just doing it as a joke, man. But everybody fell into it, and
Oh, I knew you didn't drop your car. I didn't say nothing about the car. I didn't care nothing about that. What got me is the axles. That's what got me. That's
but
what got me.
nothing about the actual thing, man. I said that to have a joke because I learned over the from the SWAT man and talking to SS game about it, talking to 87 about it, and just learned my whole rear end.
They drink protein.
What SKD taught me, you know what I mean? So I learned everything. So I said I'm gonna go ahead and get it. Cause he said the SWAT man said 28 flying axles. Then Summit told me 28 flying axles. I'm like, okay, that's what I'm gonna get then. 20. He what the SWAT man one line to me. So it called for 28 flying axles. So I bought these. I said, let me throw a joke about it. But it went. I was gonna correct myself and I lied, but my phone went dead. That's why I came back with the fallback live. Like, listen, now, it was a prank. Prank. That's all.
I know.
I'm joking around. I'm learning stuff now. That's why I'm joking around because I'm learning stuff now.
Well, that's all that matters at the end of the day, you learning. But I promise you, if I had all the money that you wasted, I'd have your car done already.
Trust me, man. I know. I know. The reason why my truck,
And I don't mean that to be ugly. I'm just saying
I know.
it makes my heart hurt. And I've told Tulu this before and 84. I've told them all this talk. I've talked to them in private. It hurts my heart when I see people take their money, whether it comes easy or comes hard. It hurts my heart when somebody's like, man, I got stuck. Like what happened? Damn, man, I wish you'd have called me. Well, but then it's bad, that people get took advantage of. That goes back to what I said: do research and do intel and check and ask questions. It's like 87 SS says: if you don't know nothing about a car and you have somebody to build your car and you go in there, ask questions. And the person that you're asking questions for, like if they're building your car, they shouldn't get upset that you're asking questions. They should say, yeah, they should
But
talk to you. And I don't mean this to be disrespectful. They should talk to you like you a 5-year-old child. They should break it down in
but
very layman terms. Don't use big words like mayonnaise. Break it down as small as possible. And that's not belittling somebody. That is trying to bring it down where TJ said it, people that are unaware or unexposed to that, which is what that means is, hey, this is what I'm doing. This is this. Do you have any questions? Well, why did you do it that way? Well, this is the way you're supposed to do it. Do you like it that way? No, I really don't like it that way. Well, here's your options. I can change it from this. A lot of people get into their egos and go, well, that's the way I'm doing it. If you don't like it, take that shit somewhere else. Man, that ain't how you do. That ain't how you do stuff, man.
another thing, the reason why my blue truck sat so long, I was out of town. I was out of country. You know what I
Well,
mean? I
see that's what I said. There's a lot of moving variables why people's vehicles sit and don't get worked on. There's a
was
lot of moving parts.
out of country that's why I sat so long for. So I came back home. I said, well, my car ain't done yet. I mean, my car been here 3 years, dog. Like, what's going on? Like,
Well, see, you can't expect that to be done because you were gone. You just said you were gone, and let's say that the guy couldn't get a hold of you, and he didn't know where you wanted to go. And since you're out of country, how's the man gonna get paid? There's a lot of moving variables in there. It's like what I was telling earlier about this guy right here. He left country for a month, but he made it available for me before he left to do everything I needed to do. So I'm not waiting 45 days and then he gets back and go, well, why didn't you go to the dyno? Well, you was out of country. I didn't know what you wanted to do. You see what I'm saying? I already had a good business person. We try to do as best as we can to line everything up months in advance. So I knew that he was going to be gone out of country on the 15th when I went to the dyno. I knew that. I knew all that. So when he got back, he's like, where are we at? Well, I'm water sanding. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. I'm doing that. Are you good? Yeah. I got paid. I'm good. You don't owe me no money, because he made that arrangement because I knew that he was indisposed and I couldn't get to him. Exactly. Same concept. The guy with the 63 Impala, he's TDA right now. He's gone for 3 weeks. He's at a black site. I can't even talk to him for 3 weeks. But we got everything in together, and I'm waiting on parts to be here this week, and then I can finish what I'm going to do, and then I can keep moving. So when he gets back in 3 weeks or 4 weeks and he calls me and he wants a set rep, I say, hey, this is where we're at. I've done this, and this, and you've paid me. You don't owe me no more money. This is how much money we got left in the account. Where do you want me to go? I want you to do this. That is the difference between people that love what they're doing and have a process with it and stay in communication. And I've seen it so many times and times again. Even Tulu made the comment, not a bad comment, that his car sat somewhere for over a year.
let me
I mean, there's so many moving parts that's what I tell people. There's 3 sides of the
But
story: your side, my side, and the truth somewhere in the middle.
but they
reason.
sat at the paint shop for about a year. Well, I
Oh,
mean, he didn't just sat there, but it took him that long to do all that work and everything to it, which I didn't understand because he said, hey, I'll have you back down and going and like I think it was like 3 months. I was like, okay. But then it turned into a year. But you know what I'm saying? Hey, that's how it is when you deal with some of the
one thing
shops
about
though.
when I went out of country, I made sure that he was paid in full already.
I got,
But that's one reason why I got mad when I got back here. He was paid in full already, and we already had a plan what to do with my truck. So I'm like, okay, what happened? I was gone 3 years. My shit should have been ready a year and a half ago. So when I came back home, I'm like, okay, why in the world my car ain't done? So why I sit here in one spot, getting nothing on the mold and water in the inside of the car. So I'm like, that's what I got mad for. I was like,
right.
Hold on, was this before or after it was stolen?
it was before it got stolen.
Oh,
So I'm like, okay, this dude here messed my truck. So when I went back overseas, back to South Africa. My brother came back and got my truck, towed it to his house. Then when I came back in town, I drove it to take my nephew to work. And I got out of gas and it got stolen that night. I drove my nephew to work. So I'm like, I got messed up. I lost money behind this. I lost material behind this stuff too. I'm like, I got messed up at the end. So that's why I don't trust about no more than 2 months with my car now. You can't do the job, just call me, hey man, just pay what you owe me. I bring your car back to you, or come get your car. One of the two. I don't mind paying the money out to you. I don't mind doing that, but don't lead me on like I'm overseas. And my brother, he was a truck driver, so he was going back and forth over the road. Now he drive locally now, so I'm like, and he a well on the side too. So you know what I mean? It's just so much stuff that could prevent that. If you wasn't ready for my bill, just tell me you ready for my bill. Just tell me. My brother Ben came and got my car back then. So now I don't trust nobody with my car now. You know what I mean? Over a certain period of time. Ain't gonna be sitting up 3 years no more, or no year no more. You know what I mean? Just do what you got to charge me what you charge me. I pay you, ship my car back to me or bring my car back to me, and we even Steven. You know what I mean? I worked too hard to get Lucille where she at now. I went through too much bull crap to get Lucille where she at now. So I'm like, I'm not gonna keep on paying people. I'm not enjoying my car. I'm not driving my car. You know what I mean? That's my whole problem is. My blue truck was a project too. So I lost that over some bull crap. You know what I mean? But the motor transmission, you'll see it right now. So I got my truck back to me. You know what I mean? So y'all did see the truck on my channel too. So what's up, cowboy? That's why I'm like, I can't do I just can't keep on going back and forward like this. You're right, man. You're right. You're right, Alex. It's super long, too long. So I learned from that point. That told me every direction I'm going in my projects now. Stop being crazy. Pay attention. Don't go out of the country yet until you're ready to go out of the country, until your project's done. So, or have somebody in play and just keep. If I'm not there, they can speak on my behalf. Hey, look, dog, do this and do that. I had my brother, but he was not there. He was working like I was overseas. I was overseas. He was working. So I can tell my brother stop working. Hey, you go check on my car, but he'll check on when I tell him go check on it. When he feel like checking on it. So that's how we work. If I pay you in full, I want my job done. So that's it. I'd be doggone. This will happen again. It's not gonna happen again. What's up, cowboy?
What's happening, Captain?
But do you understand what I'm saying though, right, cowboy? If I got you and play A dog, hey cowboy, I'm going out of the country, cowboy. I need you to check on my truck for me, man. Pay this man the money, or I paid him already in full. Rooster, what's up, Rooster? That gotta be Lee. So good morning, cowgirl. Chevy girl. But all I'm just saying to you, I learned my lesson behind. I learned my lesson behind this stuff because I'm telling you, I'm not gonna have my car sitting for nothing. If my car's sitting, it can sit right here in this yard. So if I'm doing something, if I'm doing something you don't understand, I'm gonna do it. I got you. I learned a lot from that, man. That's all. I learned a lot from that stuff. Cause nobody can play me like I'm crazy. This mount and TJ, he could testify how the people here down here in Montgomery, man. Cause like I said, I was new to Montgomery then when that happened to me. I was new to Montgomery when that happened to me. I ain't know who to trust in Montgomery then. When I moved to Montgomery, you know what I mean. So now I know who to mess with down here. Hey man, my phone got 5% on the phone, man. So I'm gonna have to let y'all go, man. I see y'all next time, man. And I'll be back, cowboy, man. Your phone back on yet, cowboy?
No, sir.
Okay, okay.
This backyard boogieing it.
I got you, bro. I got you, man. Boy, like I said, man, that's why right, TJ. You absolutely 100% right. That's why I stopped trusting the soul down here, man. I don't trust my car. Everybody passed my car for 12 years, seen my car at that woman's house. Everybody seen my car at that woman's house. They wanted that car. So you think anybody else, the SWAT man told you how you really feel. Y'all seen that. What y'all playing? Y'all heard this man say that. You think I'm gonna just let my car just sit there and suffer? No. I'm gonna come and get my car. Right or wrong. That's my job to come and get my car. I'm not gonna lose my car like I lost my truck. I'm not gonna do that. I learned a lesson behind it.
That type of stuff will make you lose your mind.
So yes, sir.
Make me lose my mind.
I got 10%.
Something.
Y'all, let's talk. Y'all, let's talk. We got 10% better remaining, man. Let's talk, man. It's been a good live so far, man. But like I said, I learned my lesson behind this garbage I've been through. So that when the SWAT man said, "What's my plan?" That's my side. I asked him, "Okay, what's my plan? Is my car done?" Yeah, your car done. Yeah, your car done. So I came and got my car. Y'all see it ain't done. So that's the second time I paid somebody for. For what? For what? You got your money. What my car ain't running yet? Well, it's cranking up fine. Where it's driving to? Where it's going to? I'm done with that, y'all. I promise I'm done with that. I promise you I'm done with that. I got a package. What's up, man? How you doing? All right, thank you. Yes, sir. I'm not doing that no more, y'all. I'm sorry.
All right, you got his truck out. Damn. Oh man, not got his damn truck out.
So the SS or SS? Yep, I learned a lesson behind that, y'all. Just know I did. See what this is right here.
Trying to link up with Heavy.
Okay then.
I'm linking up with Heavy.
Okay, what y'all plan to do?
His birthday today or tomorrow. One of the two.
Okay, I got my new piece. My new. There we go. I had to finish, man. I ain't want to paint. I ain't want to paint nothing. I bought this little kit that Tula sent me right here. I was missing this one little piece right here. Into my camera. You want something? This is a piece right here. I bought this little piece offline for like $12. So I ain't want. I'm taking all the stuff over there, man. To be honest with you.
What is
That for that.
it?
That's for that. Them, the control inner tie rod and outer tie rod to
Uh,
connect them together.
with that sleeve.
Yeah, that little sleeve. Yeah.
There's some 87 was doing the other day.
I'm gonna start doing that. I'm gonna start taking my front end down once I lower my back end into the ground. I'm gonna go out and buy me some paint while I'm out. I gotta go out and pay. Time to pay bills, today, y'all. So I'm in like four or five cans of paint, and get my grinder and grind all that stuff down and paint everything again on my back end and my front end. So that's the name of it. But only is my landlord coming to fix these light problem I have outside, man. So yeah, we be all right though. Yep. I know I could use the old parts, but I'm trying to have a clean little look. I ain't trying to. I'm trying to take all that stuff over there, man. All the old stuff. And I know it's usable, reusable, but nah, I'm good. I might scuff this up and pay them silver. You never know. But I just learned a lot from that bill, man. I promise you. That first bill, uh,
First bill is gonna be the last bill.
yeah, these my two last bills right here. When I get doing them, when my lift, my cam get in my truck next year, I'm done with it, man. I'm done with it.
Man, shout outs to Really Rebuild. Shout outs to Mr. Random. That shit was epic.
Just on
He
the bus,
gonna have
yeah, I see him, man. He out there walking around, man. He out there walking around now. That's what's
yeah,
up,
shout
man.
outs to Bill.
Yes,
Up
sir.
moving around. He up moving around like ain't nothing ever happened to that young man.
Exactly.
He got his boots on the ground, y'all. He
What you
went
say?
home
What?
talking about, whoa, 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 I got my boots on the
Boots.
ground. Yeah, get back in that cider.
Man, you be back that soon, man. Little time. He be back that soon. I said about another 2 or 3 weeks, he be back. Not 100%, but he be back. Like, okay, I know, I'm gonna beat this for the beat. He ain't gonna let it beat him, man. Much respect to
Yeah,
him.
this old lady's right there with us. So right there with us. So it ain't most definitely. She wasn't gonna let that happen at all.
He said, he
She,
won. He said in one of his videos the other day. He said, I'm going. He wants to get his hat. Go see some color get added. That's love,
that's
man. I like to hear stuff like that, man.
yeah, yeah, moving around.
Yeah, but like I said, man, I'm gonna let you go, Cowboy, man. My phone might go dead, man. So I don't want my phone to go dead if I ain't hit it in my live stream, homie. But I'll talk to y'all later on, man, about what 2 or 3 o'clock, man. So hopefully I'll be back home by then. And I get everything done. I gotta be back at my house anyway because my internet I got a new service going with my internet, so some stronger internet. And I might buy my camera while I'm out too. But I'm gonna see. But I'm gonna
I
I'll let
appreciate it. I'll take it easy, fam.
I,
And
bro.
I mean, it's all love, one love, peace and love. I
I,
take it easy,
I,
man. Congratulations on everything and all your success, man. Everybody on the right page. You know
I,
what it is.
just I'm gonna just say this. I'm gonna close the video right here. I love another thing. If I joke around, man, please don't take it serious. Man. If I want to show if I want to show my face in the camera like this right, I'm like this right here, just better to see in the comments. That means I'm joking around. If don't take it so serious, man. Don't take it so serious. Right? Like I said, just don't take it serious. We all here learning, man. I'm learning. I'm learning. I'm joking because I'm learning. What I'm doing. I'm glad I found the right. Hey man, what were you saying? This 3 page essay you sent me in my comments, or one sentence comment. I'm reading everything. I'm picking everything. But what I'm saying is I'm learning too. I'm learning from everybody, not just one person. I'm learning from everybody. You know what I mean? So stay tuned for the next live, man. I might go live. I'm gonna leave my phone on the charger while I'm out paying my bills. And by the time I get back up to the house, it should be fully charged. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna go ahead. I might be on by 1 o'clock. So I might be back on live by 1:30, 2 o'clock. Stay tuned for the next live, man. I thank y'all for putting up with me. I love y'all, man. Be safe. Hey, Miss DK, how you doing? And, stay tuned for the next live, man. Talk to y'all later, man.